Okay, we're live. We're back here on the Off the Cuff show with Masai Lincoln. I'm here with my younger brother Jay.
Yo.
We are currently live watching Portugal versus France on the BBC. So yeah, we'll be reacting to that and just talking about football and Love Island and whatever else. But yeah. Who did you predict at the start to win this again?
Portugal.
You predicted Portugal. Yeah, same.
But
Yeah,
I did have Portugal, but then Germany to come second. Now, once we saw the knockout ties, it wasn't possible anyway.
Right.
But yeah.
No. Oh yeah, you're right.
It would have
Yeah,
been them in
yeah.
the next round. But yeah, I had Portugal to win it.
Right. I still think Portugal are going to win it. I still think that. I don't know. I just feel like the way they won those pens the other day. I know it was against like Slovenia, but I don't know. I feel like they're going to knock out France here now. I just have a feeling they're going to grind out like.
I really don't. Like today, I feel like it's so like. Obviously, we just started the game and France have had all the ball, but like even before the game, I just felt this is how it's going to go.
But I kind of feel like France don't look as good as they usually do.
No, they don't.
Usually they're like
They
dominating
don't,
everyone.
but like the way they've started this game, they do look very sharp.
And even Mbappe was saying we miss Pogba. Did you see that? He
Yeah, I
said
saw, and like how Pogba would just kind of find him.
because he does more like long direct.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, like
balls.
Pogba's better at that kind of like into space and stuff. And they don't. I mean, in my opinion, Pogba's not really a guy you just replace. I don't even think there's anyone in
But did he play at the World Cup though? He didn't.
the last World Cup.
No, in Qatar, he wasn't there.
No,
was
he didn't. They didn't have Pogba or Kante for that. They had Rabiot and Tchouameni, and then Tchouameni scored against us the day we got knocked out.
Yeah, he scored like a banger from like 30 yards. Yeah.
I personally think Pogba, like, he gets a lot of hate. I don't think there's anyone in world football that like plays like him right now.
He is very good, but for me, he was just. I think one of the reasons he mainly got criticism, especially from me, is that he just wasn't consistent.
Yeah, no, it's true. Like he wasn't.
He was very good, but
he wasn't consistent. I get he's a bit of a moments guy, but yeah, man. Like
I think when you compare, say, him to De Bruyne, maybe you could argue Pogba's more talented, but De Bruyne was so consistent.
Yeah, true. Yeah, like Pogba is naturally more gifted than like
pretty much most people. Yeah, pretty much.
I
Everyone.
mean, you know what I mean? You've got, for example, you've got Bellingham getting like Ballon d'Or. I know Ballon d'Or doesn't really matter that much anymore, but like you've got Bellingham getting Ballon d'Or shouts, but I don't think Bellingham is anywhere near as good. Well, not anywhere near, but I don't think he's as good as Pogba. Talent-wise, no way. Like he's consistent and he delivers more.
I guess performance is more important. Than
of course, yeah, but like
talent.
in terms of how good they are, like he's not good Pogba, is he? Like realistically,
right? Yeah,
you know what I mean,
yeah, that is interesting though. But yeah, France have not looked that great. They've kind of reminded me a bit of how we England. Have
yeah,
played,
that's how we look. Where on paper we should smash everyone we've played, but then we just sort of don't, and then it's becomes
it's a
very
strange
close.
one, yeah. Because to be honest, in all football and especially tournament football, it actually doesn't matter how you play.
It is about the result. Like,
as long as you win.
Like when you look back at other years where countries have won it, you don't really particularly remember a player went a little bit quiet. Like if he's part of the team and he did okay, then he's part of the team that won.
Yeah, 100%.
Basically.
Definitely.
It's just about the result, man.
Yeah, I know. It's just when we played Slovakia last week, I did think we were going to win, but I didn't. I thought it'd be a lot. I thought we'd be winning like 2-0. Or at the very least, we'd win like 1-0.
Even in the last Euros, when we got to the final, we had a couple convincing games, like against Ukraine. We
smashed Ukraine.
Or even when we beat Denmark, I know they scored first, but I remember like watching us thinking like, we will score.
Yeah, I think it's because we were playing a lot better.
Yeah, we were.
It's a shame though because we're not very balanced anyway because we'd have a left back.
Yeah.
But now, Gay is injured.
I know.
Oh, sorry,
he's suspended. He's suspended because of Trippier. Yeah.
So I don't know. But apparently we're going to change the back three.
Apparently, yeah.
I'm kind of excited because if you remember when we got to the semi-final of the 2018 World Cup, we didn't have a left back then either.
Yeah.
We played Trippier, Ashley Young left back. Trippier left back and then Ashley Young left wing back, and then we had kind of Walker, Maguire, and Stones as centre halves, and then right wing back was kind of like Lingard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's the thing and that's what I've been saying this for ages as well. Like, if we could do any kind of arrangement where like Walker was right centre back and then Trent was
that's
right
what we're doing
back,
tomorrow apparently.
That is
Trent,
one of my favourite things.
It's going to be apparently like Walker is right back / right centre back with Trent.
Trent should be in, man.
That's going to be so.
I think
so
Trent.
Good.
Trent's way too talented to just not like. The guy's 25 years old. He can't not play.
It's not necessarily. I mean, I agree with you, but you don't. I think that's kind of been one of England's problems is that we think, he has to play because he's so talented, which he is. But
okay, fine. I'll give you like a better way of putting it is like against Slovakia, we needed a goal so bad. Obviously, we got one. in the end. But for most of the game, I was sort of seeing Walker get the ball higher up the pitch, and all he is able to do is retain it. Whereas Trent would give us the option of like, he's a dangerous delivery could come in. And the thing is, maybe he wouldn't always put it in there, but then they would have to cover it. They know they'd have to cover it. Then he can open up for someone else. Whereas with Walker, it's like you just kind of have to let him play backwards.
I'm excited to see how we.
I would love Trent to start.
Well, he's starting tomorrow.
Good.
But one thing I'm a bit worried about is because we haven't played this formation in years, and these players haven't done it together. That's where I'm a bit worried.
Yeah, I know.
But then at the same time, we haven't looked that great doing whatever we've been doing.
So it's not like you can like
so
really
it's something
lose
different.
much. Yeah.
And in a way, it kind of gives you extra protection.
Yeah.
And they've got pace, haven't they? Is it Embolo up top?
Embolo.
So
Vargas is quite good.
And have they got any injuries? Is Xhaka definitely playing?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Because he knows Shaqiri, and obviously Shaqiri's dangerous.
Shaqiri's the guy for his country.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. I am positive for this one, but at the same time, Switzerland are good, and they've looked really good throughout the tournament. Who did they play in the last knockout game?
Someone strong. Hold on. Oh, Italy. They knocked out.
Yeah,
Italy.
they knocked them
2-0.
out easy. Yeah, it's 2-0. Yeah,
they cruised it.
Yeah, they really. To be fair, Italy were poor, and they've been poor pretty much the whole tournament. And they've just, I think, what was watching Italy, I just was looking at them and I was thinking, not even realizing that we would play Switzerland next, but I was watching Italy thinking they have no pace. If they had more pace, I think Switzerland they wouldn't have had such a high line.
Yeah.
Whereas they know with England we've got pace.
Yeah.
So you have to drop back a bit, and we've got pace in going backwards as well.
Yeah, true.
So in a way, on paper, this is perfect for us to win. But at the same time, you just don't know. If we can get an early goal, I'll be so like, oh man. Yeah. Very convinced. I think there's going to be goals tomorrow.
I think
for both sides. It's going to be like 3-4 goals.
I hope so. I mean, I reckon it does.
Oh, wow. Was that Leao?
Yeah.
Crap ball.
Nothing there.
Yeah. Ronaldo's screaming for it.
But yeah, I do like our team. I don't know. I just think the right combination, enough trial and error will get us there eventually. But you don't have unlimited time. That was so nice.
That was really good from Leao. He's a tidy player.
I do like Leao, but apparently
that's a rubbish ball.
My guy, a friend of mine at work, was saying that he knows someone that like actually likes Milan and watches them every week, and apparently he's very hit or miss.
Yeah, well, one of my mates says he loves Milan as well, but he said the same thing. But he said he's good when he is good.
Yeah.
Kind of like Rashford.
Yeah, basically.
Because I think looking at his stats, he didn't
score. Same age, yeah.
Didn't really score that many goals this year, and he played pretty much every game.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I can't really say I don't follow Italian football like that. So
yeah, he is.
It's difficult for me to say.
But his good days are very good. Like he's when someone's like really big, like really tall and fast and skillful, it's hard to deal with, isn't it?
Who's the 8:00 game tomorrow? Is it Spain? Not Spain. It's
Netherlands against Turkey.
Ooh.
We all expect Netherlands, but Turkey.
But they've just got their best player suspended.
Oh, was he their best player?
Yeah, he scored 2 goals in the last game. Well,
the defender.
Yeah. And he scored 2 goals.
Demiral, yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to be out unless they get to the
stupid.
Unless they get to the final.
That was so stupid.
I know.
Honestly, minus like 4,000 aura for that.
Nah, to be honest, in Turkey he probably got aura points.
Oh yeah. Most likely,
but it's just a stupid thing to do because now you're banned. You're probably going to miss the rest of the tournament.
What an idiot.
I know. But that was a crazy game as well. Who did they play again? They knocked them out. Austria.
Oh yeah.
But that's insane though, because now the hosts are out. It's always not strange, but I always find it interesting when like the hosts, especially when they're a good team, go out. Kind of.
Yeah.
Like the mood. That's I think the worst thing about hosting a tournament, because if you go out, it's like everyone's in your country celebrating, and you're just there like.
Yeah.
That's why in a way I kind of think it's better. Obviously, I would love England to host a World Cup or a Euros, but I think in a way it's better when it's in a different country, and if you win it on someone else's turf, it's like wow. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like when Chelsea won the Champions League in Bayern Munich's ground.
Yeah. That was class. Yeah, that was so good.
So I think things like that are really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. I'm excited and a bit anxious for tomorrow.
With England, man, like I get so nervous.
No, I hate it. I
feel like I'm playing.
It's the worst. It's honestly the worst.
Because it's just so much. The thing is, like
the pressure is so much higher.
And the pressure is so high, and it gets higher and higher every year for some reason. Even though we never win anything, it's like almost like the expectations get higher.
I've never really felt that. To be honest, supporting England for like 20 years now, I've always felt the pressure to be the exact same.
I feel like it just gets more and more of a thing. Like it's almost like the more you got, it's like say if you're a striker and you haven't scored in forever, it's like you can go like the more games you go without a goal, the worse it is. If that makes sense.
I see what you mean.
Whereas,
but then, do you not kind of think, in a way, we've been not rubbish for so long, but we haven't won anything for so long. People are kind of like, well, no one ever is.
No, because I think that England, we have this thing where we're like, obviously, we have the whole football's coming home thing. Like, we feel like we have Wembley. We're like the mecca of football in our own eyes.
We are.
So we feel like we should, like, you know, when you say, for example, if you support like Everton, people that support Everton know that their team is just rubbish and they kind of just accept it, but they still turn up, but they don't expect much. England fans, we are never, ever, ever, doesn't matter who's in our team, are going to accept that we're not that great a nation. Like, it doesn't matter. We're always going to
But that is true, though. We should be doing that.
Exactly, which means the pressure's never going to die down.
It's never going to be no pressure, but I do think, I get what you're saying. There's never, for England, no matter how good or bad we are, there's never going to be no pressure because we'll always have good players.
Plus we feel like we are essential to the game.
We are kind of in a way the main characters because what our contributions to football, and everyone watches the Premier League, everyone knows the English players, everyone wants to beat England, all the English players want to play for England.
Yeah,
I think that is true, but at the same time, when we play, say for example, we had to play Germany in the final.
Yeah,
we would still. Most people in England would be like, "Wow, we're playing Germany." There's kind of like an inferiority complex going up against these big nations.
Yeah,
I think more of the pressure comes from when we play, say, Slovakia, like we did
because the
yesterday.
team that we should beat.
Yes, on paper.
That's why I know I don't want to go like jump the gun, but like if we do get through tomorrow, I'm really excited for us to play like Netherlands because it's another big nation, and we can go head to head with another big team instead of like they sit back and wait for us to step up. We're going to attack, they're going to attack, and it should be back and forth. They have Prem players, they have players that know our players.
But then at the same time, though, when we played France at the last World Cup, I was thinking, oh man, we need to be really good today. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of, they are so good, and we are not on their level, but we can compete with them.
We're relatable.
We could win, but at the same time, I was thinking, oh man, we are our best. They need to have an off day, and they were better, and they won.
Yeah, and they had a few injuries and just missing players as well.
And we missed the pens. It's just you just never know what's going to happen.
They got
to the final.
Yeah, exactly. And as well with France, like because he's the best player in the world in my opinion. So like we don't have that, but I don't think we have any one particular player that stands out on our team to the point where they need to double up and triple up on him. Whereas I remember watching that game. Every time Mbappe got it, you had Walker there, you had Henderson there, and I think you had Saka even coming back as well. All three of them had to be there. And then when Tchouaméni scored, here's what happened. All three of them surrounded Mbappe. He kind of wriggled out, passed it, and then it was open, and then Tchouaméni scored.
But it was from quite far out, though.
You know, it was a good goal, but what I'm saying is we had players drawn to him because he's that good. England don't have a player that needs to get...
I know what you're saying.
Where nations, we kind of just have a bunch of great players.
Yes,
which is fine.
Very good.
Like good players that are like one or two maybe world class players, but no one's like have to stop.
Messi, Ronaldo kind of way. Yeah.
Well, even in general, like even if we were a nation full of all right players and then one great, do you see what I mean? It's just there isn't. We just have a lot of.
They're all on a similar level. They're all very good. They're all very good.
So we don't have that one guy.
They're all top players.
Yeah.
Yeah. God.
I'm excited though. I mean, obviously it's always nerve-wracking, it's exciting, but it's a shame though because I'd love to go out to watch an England game, but I feel like all these people that throw their drinks are like. That's more box park. I could go to a pub.
I think most places don't like. For example, I went to
like a pub wouldn't like they wouldn't do that. It's more like box park and that.
No, yeah. To be honest, they wouldn't. I mean, I've been to a pub. I went to a pub last week to watch it. This place in West London, really good pub, but it was very pints, chit chat, and good people ish.
Oh, really?
It was good though.
Was it quite woke?
Like it was, yeah. Like they had
baggy jeans.
You had like girls who had like the dogs in a bag. You know, like they have they'll have like a tiny dog.
That is posh, yeah. Tote bags.
Yeah, guys with tote bags and like, baggy shirts.
Retro Adidas.
Yeah, a lot of that sort of thing, which was cool, but it was nice. It was really good.
Chat, good people.
So you wouldn't. I don't think you'd see it as much in places like that. But there was a point, you know, when we scored and it was offside. Foden scored. I had just got a drink, but I had still about half of my pint left. But I was celebrating, and they didn't push me on purpose. But you know, when everyone's celebrating and it does happen, and then it was offside, and I was like, oh, I literally just bought this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I didn't mind that because it's not like people were just like, oh, wait, do you know what I mean? It's just happened when you're celebrating.
Yeah.
But I've had it in pubs where England. I remember when we played Croatia in the semi-final. I didn't have a full pint, but Trippier scored a free kick quite early. Yeah. And I ended up on the floor because everyone was...
I remember that. Yeah, of course, we all remember that day.
Yeah, so I remember that. But yeah, that does kind of annoy me because people just want to join in. People that watch football regularly and go to games, they don't do stuff like that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Like when you watch football with people, I remember this happened during the World Cup when we had like a bunch of family around, and like everyone that kind of doesn't watch it as much. I remember like they were getting excited over every little thing. Yeah. Because people that don't watch football always feel like it's a goal when it's about to happen. Yes. But like, did you see a video on Twitter where it was like a bunch of... It might have been a box park.
Yeah, I saw that where the guy just froze his phone.
So like, basically, for anyone that hasn't seen it, the guy's on his phone when England score in the 95th minute. He missed the goal. He looks up, sees we scored, he stands up like, oh my God. And then he grabs his drink, which he wasn't even drinking before. Like, he just had it on the table. And then threw it.
I saw that. It's so
I was just thinking, mate... Like,
and those drinks are not cheap as well. That's probably like £7-8 on
for a pint. Yeah, I'm just like, what are you doing?
But it's funny, I actually missed the Bellingham goal.
Did you?
Because I was there, I was watching, but I literally looked down, I was speaking to someone, turned my head, and then everyone said, I was like, oh, and the screen, I was right by the screen, but I missed it. But I saw the Kane goal, so I was like, that's all that matters.
Yeah, true.
Oh, what a relief that was.
I lost my voice.
Wait, did you watch that at home?
I was with Dad, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was crazy.
I lost my voice. I was going nuts.
I was going mental.
Oh, man, absolute scenes. I wish I was drunk when that happened.
It was incredible. But I was just getting so annoyed, like, it was so frustrating. It was just honestly, like, so painful. It was kind of, I don't know if you've seen it. You've obviously seen the goal. You know, when Aguero scored that last minute goal. If you watched that game, because I was watching that live. I don't know if you were watching that game, but...
I remember watching it with you and Dad.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I don't remember you watching it with us.
I was in that chair near the windows.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, I remember watching it, and I've watched it so many times, like, on Premier League years.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're trying to will their way into a goal. Oh, France nearly...
Mbappe nearly done it.
Yeah. Man City are trying to they can't score. It's 1-1. Well, actually, no, at this point, it's 2-1. No.
They went 2-0 down, so it must have been 2-1.
De Jong scored the first goal.
Dzeko.
No. De Jong scored the first goal. They went 1-0 up. They did. They went 1-0 up. Then QPR scored 2 in the second half.
Oh, right.
And then they got Joey Barton got sent off, and then Man City scored 2. They won 3-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when they're 2-1 down, they're show to the fans, and there's literally fans
guy that's banging
it against the chair.
The scarf.
Yeah. And that's how I felt watching that. I was just, this is so frustrating. It was just painful.
I was in my sometimes with England, I get a little bit like deflated when I feel like we're going out. I try not to give too much energy to it. I'm like I wasn't even angry. I was just like this is sad. Do you know what I mean? But I was going when we finally scored. I was trying to do the nonchalant gimmick, and then we scored, and I was just going nuts.
No, at that point, I'd already accepted it was done. I was thinking when it was finishing, before Bellingham had scored, I was thinking, am I gonna? When the game's done, should I... Because I was nearly finished my drink. I was thinking, should I stay and get another drink or just leave straight away? And, yeah. And as soon as we scored, obviously the game was done, then I bought another drink. Then we scored 50 seconds later.
Isn't it funny, though, how, like... I don't know if other nations see us like this, but, you know when you watch, like, a Germany or a France or whatever, or even when we watched Portugal the other day and you feel like... Yeah, no, I think they're going to score. Like, you know what I mean? They feel like inevitable. I wonder if we appear inevitable to other countries because
I doubt it.
I was not watching that thinking, yeah, no, we'll score.
Because I think with England, I did not think that's only really happened in recent years. Even we've never really been like that, like a clutch. Whereas when Germany scored that goal against Spain in that last game, you knew not that you knew they were going to score.
Yeah, but like
that's typical Germany.
They're never out of it. I think. Whereas you were right when you were like. When I tried to sort of say that, basically they're like the Real Madrid of international teams.
100%.
They're always in it, no matter what.
Yeah, that's typical Germany sort of thing. Do you know? I would love Ronaldo to score.
Yeah.
If England don't win it, I really want Portugal to win it.
Just for him.
Yeah, I love Ronaldo, and I like Portugal as well. Yeah,
I like Ronaldo, but like, yeah, I do. Really
I don't really want any other country to win.
If England weren't to win it. I mean, aside from like some underdog team like Switzerland, like
I wouldn't mind Netherlands winning it.
I would like Netherlands to win it. I like Van Dijk. I like a few of their players. I like.
Not really a fan of Depay though.
Yeah, no, Depay kind of annoys me a bit.
I like Gakpo, obviously.
Obviously, yeah, Gakpo's cool. You support him, so. But like, I really like Van Dijk.
I like Van Dijk,
I mean,
and it'd be nice if he won.
He's one of those players that I just really admire, and I think he actually is an all-timer, man, in my opinion.
What?
Not like
He's not an all-timer.
I said he is an all-timer.
Oh, I was about to say.
Like, to me, I just think when I look at the other centre back, like the legendary centre backs, like yeah, you've got like Rio Vidic and that won the league all them times, but what can Van Dijk do that they? Like,
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
That they can't?
He's up there with Terry,
Well,
Van Dijk.
what can they do that he can't? Like he's
Ramos.
I think he's
I
so
100%.
good.
Yeah, I agree.
And he's got so much aura.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
most
100%.
honestly, he's like Mr.
And
Aura.
he's still playing at sort of at the peak of it. Maybe not his prime, like when Liverpool were winning everything, but he's still
But he's
a
like
solid
he's
8
like
out of 10.
Yeah, but he's
every
like
game.
he's 32 as well.
He's still in his prime.
And centre backs like they age a little bit slower, so like he can keep being that.
Yeah,
good,
he's still
you know
got
what I mean?
2 or 3 years at the top for Liverpool. In my
because
opinion.
he's fast for any player, but then even for a centre back who like you get centre backs that play till they're like 40 and they're like really slow. Like, he's
100%.
someone athletically.
I think.
Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, I could see him playing for the Netherlands at the next World Cup in 2 years' time.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. He's I do love Virgil.
Yeah, I still think he's key to Liverpool as well.
Like he is a guy that, if he were to leave, it would. I mean, they'd either need the serious rebuild straight away, or the team would collapse, kind of thing, a little bit. Like you see how Klopp's leaving, but you've still got a few guys in there.
Well, it's pretty much the same team.
Yeah, I really thought Salah was done. I thought he was going Saudi.
Yeah,
I thought he was going Saudi this year.
But I think he wants to stay, and Liverpool said he's not for sale. I think they'll only. But I find it weird because he's only got 1 year left on his deal. And are they basically saying
they're going to
leave
for
for
free?
free?
Yeah.
Or will they give him an extension, and then they can sell him? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
I do love that about Salah because I feel like it's. Imagine, I mean, Mo Salah. I mean, go Saudi. He's a Muslim. Like it'd be.
It makes perfect sense.
It would be so perfect for
But
him.
I still think he's.
But he still wants to stay and try and win, and like, you can tell he
100%.
actually cares about.
And
winning.
he still wants to. Yeah. And the thing is, even if it wasn't at Liverpool, he's still good enough to be playing top Champions League football. He's still got in the league something like 18 Premier League goals, and he scored over 20 goals for Liverpool in all comps. And he was at AFCON, and he was injured for a bit, so he still played.
Yeah,
probably 40 games last season.
He is like almost. He's becoming underrated in a way.
Yeah, I think people are forgetting how good he actually was, especially in. I know his first year on paper was his best year because he got something like 40 goals in about 40 games.
32 Premier
But for me, his best years were 2 or 3 years later when it was like prime
Liverpool.
Yeah, when it was prime
like
Mane, Firmino.
Dominated the league.
I know Coutinho left, but when it was those three and everyone sort of behind him and Van Dijk came in, I think that was prime. I know he was scoring less goals, but he was creating more goals. And he was just the amount of points that he won for Liverpool.
Yeah.
And Egypt as well. Yeah, I think he was just brilliant.
In my opinion, like Salah is at his best when he's not just like a numbers machine. I know it's obviously great to score, but like the whole Hazard Salah debate, people are like, oh, Hazard, if you watch the game with your eyes, whatever, but then Salah just scores. No, but the reason why, even I'm a Chelsea fan, Hazard's my favourite Chelsea player ever, I still think Salah's better, is because Salah has been at a point where he created stuff and he did all the goals and everything. Like, you know what I mean?
I agree.
So
I think what people get confused is say talent and aesthetics to efficiency.
Yeah.
You can argue Hazard's a better dribbler and he's more pleasant,
and more
pleasant to watch. However, Salah's so efficient and he's kind of like an MVP.
Has there been in here?
I don't know if there is actually. Why? What is it? You've gone.
Yeah.
Put it in a piece of paper.
Tape.
No, actually, don't waste the tape. Stay there.
Oh, I've literally got paper in my pocket.
I've got a receipt somewhere. Okay.
But yeah,
If not, you can use this receipt if you want.
but it will be interesting. What is this? Oh, nice. That's better.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What did you think of the whole recoupling on Love Island? So that was insane.
Yep, another generational.
That
one.
was incredible. That was
my favorite thing about it really is that I was even saying to Dad because he didn't watch it. Like the guy who's been coupled up since day one, who, okay, maybe for us it was a bit easier to see, but people in the villa, they probably would have all bet the house. They would have bet the villa on Io staying because they probably saw him as the model guy, and he recoupled. I just I love that, and Even like the side dramas as well. Diamante against Jess and
That was
Diamante,
class.
as the girls say.
I wish she was still in the
gagged her.
villa. Yeah.
Oh, that would have been brilliant. Like,
That was cool.
That would have been great.
They should have put her in from the start.
I mean, it must be hard to sort of know who's.
Yeah,
gonna
you
be
don't
good.
know how people are going to be
You know
until
what I
they get
mean?
in there.
The
Well, the
Matilda
cast
thing-
has been good though.
The Matilda thing. And yeah, that's the thing with Love Island as well. I mean, there's always people I don't like, but I want them on the show.
Yeah, because they had.
Like, I don't like Jess, but
She's great content.
she's controversial.
It's funny because Jessica was rewatching it, our older sister, and I was watching the recoupling with her, and she was like, "Oh," I said to her, "Do you know what would have been perfect?" Even though I found her very annoying, Harriet, her and Ronnie in Castle Moore would have been unbelievable.
I know. I can't believe we lost because
that would have been so good.
They're so toxic. Like them two.
Yeah. And Ronnie, I feel like Ronnie definitely would have tried to get with another girl.
100%.
I'm trying to think about the girls that were in there. Oh, you know,
Ruby.
Is she the one that Sean was chatting to?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have cracked on with her straight away. Yeah. She's like in a way a better Harriet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Low-key.
And who else? And would have Harriet been tempted with one of the boys? I reckon she would have been. You know.
I'm trying to think who would have wanted her.
One of the boys definitely would have cracked on with her. Which one was
Jake?
Jake?
He's a brown-haired guy, or like the content creator guy as well.
Oh,
there was two guys with like brown. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's a foul.
Nah,
Oh,
I don't think it was.
Good tackle.
Like,
Well done,
Ben
Pepe.
put £30 on nil.
Could happen. Nah, do you know what killed me the other day when
Oh my god.
when we were watching Portugal and then Dad was saying that Pepe is like Joe Biden out there.
I thought that was harsh. I think Pepe's brilliant.
That was so funny though. No, it was when he slipped up.
I know, but that was just a slip, and he'd been playing for 2 hours at that point. Do you know what I mean?
No, of course.
I think he's still really good.
Yeah, he's still better than. I mean, he's better than average.
Oh my!
Back,
Do you know what I think is really good for Portugal? Vitinha. He's so good.
I love Vitinha.
I only saw him for PSG during when they
Champions
played
League, Barcelona,
Barca and Dortmund. He was
when
brilliant.
Messi joined PSG, he joined in 2021. I think Vitinha joined in 2022. So basically, when Messi and Mbappe and Neymar were all there, I watched them every week just because that front three, you got to watch them sort of thing. And that's when I kind of heard of Vitinha. And that guy, he is so good. Like, he could easily play in the Prem. He could get into almost any Prem team.
He's very tidy.
He's so tidy.
And he can score goals.
And the thing is, he wasn't scoring goals for PSG for like a really long time. And then towards the end of the season, I think they played against like Nice or something and they were losing or drawing. And then they gave it to him from a corner, edge of the box, and he just banged it 30 yards. Right. And I was like, wow. And then he's done it a few times. He's done it against Barcelona. This guy is very good. He's like 24. He's like so
He's
good.
only 24?
24, 25, yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
very
he's good, man.
I like Vitinha. I love centre mids like him where it just reminds me of like the old Spain players where they're not physical, but they're just so tidy that you can't get near them.
I think I agree, but he's a bit different to those Spain players because he'll take like long shots and
exactly.
He's got a bit of power.
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me, in a way, if we're comparing him to Spanish players, maybe his pass is not as good. No, I wouldn't say he's got quite as much purchase on his passing, but I was gonna say his passing is not as good, but maybe Cesc Fabregas.
Yeah. I was gonna say
because he's kind of small and he's tidy and he's nippy, that kind of player.
Yeah.
And Fabregas did score goals, kind of thing. Oh yeah, Camavinga's playing this game. He's been on the bench for a lot of the games.
I feel like he's been.
Because
come on.
No, because I remember the last game I saw somebody saying I can't believe they're playing Rabiot, and Camavinga's on the bench. I think Rabiot got suspended the last game, didn't he?
Oh, maybe.
Well, unless that's him there.
Yeah, no, look at him. You can tell.
Is that Rabiot?
You can tell from where he's standing. Yeah, it's got to be him.
Oh, I wonder who Camavinga came in for because he was on the bench last game.
Is Kante playing? Oh no, I saw Kante.
Kante's playing. Who's the other French midfielder? Is it
Tchouaméni?
Yeah, Tchouaméni. I think Tchouaméni might have got banned. Yeah, because I think I know he got a yellow card the last game.
Oh, okay.
This game's tight, man.
France. I mean, Portugal have opened up a little bit and started to get more of the ball, but France still look on top. He's in if you can pass it to him.
Do you know what? I'm surprised. Not surprised because he's still young. Do you know who I could see playing for France? Gusto.
Mate,
he's so good, you know.
Gusto is.
I think he's better than Reece James. Yeah.
To be honest, like he is. Yeah. Like,
not because Reece James is injured all the time, but I think he's good. But
to be fair, I don't want to be like recency biased because I remember how much I loved Reece James when he was.
He is good.
I think they're on the same level. Because they're the same type of player. Like they're both really good on the ball.
I don't know what James can do better.
But I would say Gusto's faster than him.
And I think Gusto's a better one-on-one defender.
Don't know about that because
I
remember James going up against like Vinicius and.
But I've seen Reece James get skinned so many times. I remember when Chelsea played Bayern, and Alphonso Davies was literally just toying with him, toying with him. I was just like, man, like he's getting shut down.
But yeah, like Gusto, I do love him. He's so good.
He's really good.
Like when we first
Top player.
signed him, we actually sent him straight back out online to Leo.
Yeah, I
to Lyon.
remember.
So like literally the only way I knew him was FIFA.
But what-
I remember I kept packing him.
But
and he
this year wasn't his first year. Wasn't he not here last year as well? Did he not play last? So when did
no. So we bought him in January of
Oh.
2023.
two?
Loaned him
Oh.
straight back out, and then in the 2023-24 season, I think.
Oh
that's
right,
when we
because
had
I
him.
thought he made his debut and played for Chelsea last season, as in 2022-23
Nah,
season.
because I think he was like 20 years old, and I think
Right.
Yeah, because he's 20.
He's really good. I rate him so
He's
much.
so sick. I'm really happy that we actually have a proper right back to like replace.
He's
Reece
good.
James,
He's
like,
good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I love him. He's so sick.
He's
We just need.
I think he's so good as a player.
I mean, we've got Kukurea, but the thing is, now that we've sold Lewis Hall,
I can't believe that.
I don't know why.
He's a top player.
Mate, he's better than
in,
Chilwell.
in a way, he should be playing for England. Not playing that now, but I'm saying if he got more games, he's a real starter for England.
Yeah, like.
We
Bro,
don't have a left back at the moment.
So in the 2020 like last season basically, like the year we had like Joao Felix and them guys, and like Chilwell wasn't playing him. That's when he first got his start. I
Wait,
remember, like
sorry. When you say, do you mean
2022 to 23?
Pochettino?
No.
Or the season before? So,
So
when
like
it was
when we
Graham
had all,
Potter,
like Potter and
Potter and Lampard.
Lampard. Yeah, when Lampard came back,
Yeah.
and I remember we had a game against City. Bro, Lewis Hall, like he's
Yeah,
so
I remember
much
that, yeah.
better than Chilwell. Like he's physically, like he can, like the way he plays, he throws a lot of feints. He's really calm on the ball. Like he doesn't just pass straight away. He can dribble.
Yeah, he is good.
Bro, he's so good. I remember when we got rid of him, I was thinking like, bro, that is such a big.
But he was on
mistake.
loan at Newcastle last year,
No,
wasn't he?
but now he's just under permanent.
But I know. But did he not get injured this year? He was playing well,
I'm
and
not
then
sure.
I think he might have got injured.
Maybe.
But they obviously liked him, so now he's there.
Really like.
That's a great signing for Newcastle because I think
He's sick.
yeah.
He
And
is
if
so
he
good.
plays a lot, he can and get some form. He can be maybe England's number one.
Mm.
By the time this happens in 2 years' time, he could be England's number one.
Yeah.
Probably
'Cause-
will, because Shaw's not on his way out, obviously, and he's a bit older.
Sure. Yeah, he's injured all the time.
And Shaw's probably
yeah,
what,
man. I'm
32,
like,
33.
I just want a left-footed left back, man. Like how much? Like how can
So that must
all of
mean-
England not? We don't.
Oh,
have
sorry, if we're talking about Chelsea. Yeah, I know, yeah. We just don't really have any, do we? But that means Chelsea must... Oh, I guess you still got Chilwell, I suppose.
Yeah,
I do like Chilwell, but I just don't think he's...
I really don't.
I think he's
don't-
good,
I
like, but I just don't think he's amazing.
Honestly,
He's
just-
a decent left back.
Honestly, just send
Decent
him to,
Premier League left back.
send him to Love Island. I'm tired of it.
No, but he was good at Leicester.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. I'm sure. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, Saliba aura.
Hmm.
Saliba might go to Madrid apparently.
I don't think he will. I mean, I'm not saying he wouldn't, but
I don't think he will
would
yet.
now. Yeah, I think he'll do a couple more years at Arsenal. Because in a way, he's only kind of just got in. He's only done like 2 full seasons at Arsenal, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Because they loaned him out for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a lot better than I thought. Because I kind of just thought when he was on loan, and I saw Arsenal fans saying, "Why aren't we paying him?" Why? I thought they were just hyping him up. Like, they hype up everything.
Yeah.
But he's been incredible. He really has been
He's so
brilliant.
good. I do think he's a bit better than Gabriel as well. So like,
Yeah, but I think Gabriel's super underrated. Super underrated. Like, I think he's one of the best centre backs in the Premier League.
yeah, no, he
Yeah.
is. But I think that in the years before where he wasn't as hyped up, I think that was.
But I rated him then when Arsenal were bad. When Arsenal were bad, he was one of the few consistent players. I felt like he's good, man. And do you know what? Arsenal are signing that you know, that Italian.
Calafiori.
Yeah. So I just wonder what that means now. Will Arsenal? Because who's left back for Arsenal?
Zinchenko/Kivi or like one of them two.
So I wonder if they'll play him left back maybe. And
Yeah,
then.
because Calafiori is left-footed. Apparently he can play left back.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see. I'm not sure, but that guy. I mean, I've seen like a million videos of him and no football clips.
Yeah. Oh, there was
Just his face.
there was like this one where this guy said "Wow."
And there was just not one.
And there was like, oh, this guy said, "Wow," there wasn't even a ball being kicked. It was like an edit of him like stroking his hair. And
Yeah,
stuff.
it's
He
like,
has got aura. Oh,
Nah, he's in that Slobosly category. Like,
he really is. I feel like, but Arsenal have they got who's really got aura at Arsenal? Saliba.
so I'm gonna go from back to front. Brian actually does. To be fair.
No, he doesn't.
You
No,
don't think so?
No aura.
I think he's a good-looking guy.
I'm not saying he's bad looking, but zero aura.
Maybe it's because he's made too many mistakes at the back. He's a bit
No.
shaky.
I think he used to look a lot better, but I think he had like an accident.
Oh
didn't
yeah, he did. Yeah,
Like a
you're
car
right.
accident.
Yeah, he did.
So
yes.
his mouth kind of changed.
Yeah.
So he's
Right,
I'm
cool.
sorry.
Joe's got aura for Arsenal. He doesn't really play because he's been injured. Yuri and Timber.
Oh yeah, I think I've only seen him play that once.
He's got aura.
He's got aura. Who's the right back?
Yeah, he's a right back, but who played all year? Ben White.
He kind of has
He's
like.
a bit annoying.
He kind of reminds me of Hugo from Love Island.
Yeah, nonchalant gimmick as well. I'm not really.
Yeah, I don't. He does have aura, but he's kind of annoying. So
yeah, and I think it's more the fans. I feel like he's probably a calm guy, but his fans.
no,
like,
he's.
so...
I mean, obviously, I don't know it, so I can't say him. But did you not see a few years ago when Man City played Arsenal, and then Foden goes to shake his hand after the game, and he starts grabbing him up. Have you not seen that? And he's like, "What are you doing?" Like,
I haven't seen that.
They go to the game's done. They go to shake hands, and Ben White's like proper grabbing him, and then all the players are like, "What are you doing?" And they like push him off.
That's weird.
So weird. Like, and it's like, this is after they played together at England. And Foden's like, "What is going on?" Like,
he does strike me as a bit of a weird guy. The whole
and the whole England thing. I think
England. I don't get it. I don't get it. I really understand. Like, literally, he's choosing Ibiza over the Euro. I mean, I'm not saying he'd be playing anyway.
No,
but,
yeah.
You got to make yourself available.
No, but he said I don't want to play because he doesn't get on with Steve Holland and Gareth Southgate.
Yeah,
which is fair enough, but at the same time, it's just a bit like he's saying something like the drills are boring or something. I'm just thinking, like, mate,
what?
He's playing for England, like.
That's England, isn't it?
Yeah. So who else? Saliba's obviously got aura. Gabriel, a little bit, but not much.
Personally, I think he's too fake for me. I don't like Gabriel.
What do you mean fake?
As in, like, I know he's Brazilian.
You don't know him?
The fake, no, as in the fake teeth, the hairline.
Oh, the hair, right.
I don't rate when a player has to do too much to have aura. Like,
I get what you're saying.
It's like paid for. It's fabricated aura. Like,
Rice, I don't know if he's nice. I've
always said that he does. To be honest,
he doesn't.
But the thing is, at the same time, he's a bit cringe. Like,
yeah, I love Declan Rice, but no aura. Who else? Havertz, no aura. Who else? Saka, no aura. Negative aura. And I love Saka.
I love Saka, but
negative aura. Partey, no aura, definitely not.
Oh mate, we know what type of aura he has.
Exactly. Who's up front? Gabriel Jesus. He used to have more aura.
Gingerbread man aura, no.
But he used to have way more aura back in the day when he was like
when
scoring
he was
goals.
Up and coming for City.
Yeah, he had aura. That sort of Jogo Benito aura.
I wouldn't say Martinelli. I mean, he's like the most stiff Brazilian.
I love Martinelli.
Oh, another Ronaldo free kick.
Oh, he'll score. He'll score one. He'll hit the bar or something.
I think.
But I love Martinelli. I think he's a good player.
I think he's very. Yeah, I think like people say like they don't like him because he doesn't Jogo Benito all the time, but I think he's very effective.
Yeah, I
would
agree.
take him.
I like him. Who else is there at Arsenal? Is that pretty much their team?
Low key, yeah. Like anyone else? I mean, you could say like Reece Nelson, but like
Nah.
No.
I think that gimmick's kind of worn out because it's like he's older now. When he was like 19, yeah, but he's like 26. It's just like
I really feel like
doesn't really count anymore.
He should have gone on loan.
Yeah, and he's been on loan a lot of times. Oh,
they just cut out completely.
Oh,
and Bruno took it.
Oh, okay. Imagine if he scored that one. Ronaldo's definitely taking the next one.
Yeah. Not a bad effort, but it wasn't great.
It was never going in. Ronaldo's definitely taking the next one.
It must be so difficult. Like, okay, I get Ronaldo's a legend and he's a great leader, but it must be so difficult to be a great player in a team that Ronaldo's playing in. In a way,
I think it's harder now because he's not as good as he used to be.
That's what I mean. As in now, like,
yeah, maybe now. But they've known him for years, so they kind of understand.
And the thing is,
prime Real Madrid, I don't think it was a problem. Or
no,
prime
of course
Man
not,
United,
of course not, because he did the business. But like, it's such a hard conversation.
I remember Ronaldo saying, "Everyone says I'm a selfish player," and this was when he was prime Real Madrid. I remember him saying, "Everyone says I'm a selfish player," which is true, but he says the way I see it is, if I do well, the team does well. And I was like, that is true. That is true.
Because back then he was that guy. I'm not saying he's not the guy now.
He's not as good as he used to be.
He's just not as good.
But he's still top. I still love him, Ronaldo.
Like, I still feel like he's good enough to play in the Prem.
Oh, easy, yeah.
So it's only because of the whole Ten Hag incident. But he could play in the Prem. He's good enough. He's more than good enough.
I agree.
You know what I mean? It's just a case of, I mean, that he's in Saudi, he's getting stupid money.
Yeah.
And obviously, I wouldn't expect any grown adult to go somewhere and take less money to do a thing like that where they could get paid more. But it is a shame for footballers where they have to kind of only go up in money, if that makes sense. Because
some people do take pay cuts to.
Yeah, but certain players are just never going to play where you want to see them because they're just not going to take less money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, never. They're never going to do it.
I get that. Yeah.
Oh well, that's fine. Like, look, we've had enough years of Ronaldo, like, prime.
I mean, I've literally been watching him for 20 years.
Wow.
20 years.
I remember sitting down and watching, like, Clasico as well.
Yeah, when El Clasico was in its prime, see, he still got it. Like,
yeah, he actually does.
When El Clasico was in its, I remember there was this clip of him doing like a skill like when he was at United, like when the second time he was at United, and it was just like a pointless kind of skill, and everyone was like, someone was like, this is like when some random uncle asked to give you the ball at the park, and he just shows you like a random skill.
Yeah.
I was like, that is so funny.
Do you know what's funny? You know what the funniest like quote for that is, like, because I feel like you always see like the Champions League or the Euro Instagram like accounts where they post clips of just highlights and stuff. Ronaldo these days in the past few years has had a lot of clips where he doesn't actually do anything. Like, you know, the one where he flicks it over Rudiger and then does this with
that one. Yeah. I think that's where I saw the video.
It's just like nothing happens. He just kind of did a skill, or he did a little flick pass. You know, like the video where the guy's working at Walmart and he's like scanning stuff like this.
Oh, so quick. Oh, mate, that's so funny.
He don't play.
Do you mind? Yeah. Can you get... No, leave the laptop. Can you go up to that phone? You just have to press the button once.
Wait, where's the thing? Oh.
So be careful. So it's just there. Press the button once and it will flash blue, and then you just got to plug in.
Cool.
Cheers. Cool. Thank you. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's such a shame like being at the end of the era. Really, I wish I was a bit older.
It is sad seeing your favorite athletes get washed.
I wish I was when you find out your goat washed. I do kind of wish I was a little bit older, but I mean, I got enough of it. So
what do you mean? I mean, no, you saw Ronaldo in prime.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, at Man United, he was just incredible. Like, he was so good, like unbelievable when he was at Man United, and for Portugal as well. He's been brilliant.
Yeah.
What a player.
So much aura.
He really does. Like, he defines aura.
As much as I thought...
too many years playing.
Oh, okay. I think I have no idea who would have come out then. Can't lie.
I can't lie. This mask is literally giving Mbappe negative aura.
He's the first athlete. That's what I'm saying. The first athlete to put it on and to have negative.
Yeah, and he's only scored one goal and it was a pen.
I know.
Which is nuts.
Not been a great tournament for him. But France could go win it, and then this would be his part of his legacy. Like, he won it.
100%.
And then he could say he won it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because he had a World Cup where he was unbelievable, and then they didn't win it.
Yeah.
So,
do you know what's mad is that I can't believe Ben's bet is like gonna win. Could win. 45 minutes away from winning.
Yeah, that'd be
he'll win good. Like £300.
Pretty good. 0-0.
For 0-0. Well, he didn't put specifically 0-0, but he said under 0.5 goals, which is 0-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he said 0 goals to be scored.
Interesting stuff, man. Oh, and then the game some more. I mean, there's a lot going on.
There's boxing tomorrow. Jorge Masvidal is boxing Nate Diaz.
Oh yeah, that's happening.
Do you see that video of that guy Neon? I can't stand that guy.
You know what? I've actually known who he was for like 6-7 years now.
I didn't know. I've only known him for like a year.
Because I used to play like NBA 2K, so I used to watch all the, because that's what he did before. He was like a, like FIFA YouTuber, but for 2K.
Right. And
like basically, he was this like edgy little kid. He's Asian. He used to say the N word a lot, and that was his whole gimmick. Like his whole gimmick was just being racist, and I just remember everyone. He's literally been the same character forever, just like some controversial, annoying like kid. So, but now he's like 19, and he's still like a little stick, and he's so flipping annoying, that guy. But
because
he's in that kind of circle now, Aiden and them guys.
All those guys like Sneeko and so it's just like
they're so like that is brain rot. Like them guys being as rich as they are, is
like the red pill kind of guys. It's just like embarrassing.
Yeah.
Do you know who I do like from that kind of circle though? Bradley Martin.
Really? You like him?
I like him. Yeah.
Why?
He's quite cool, and I mean I've never watched a full episode of his podcast, but I've seen the clips, and he is quite a funny, interesting guy. Like, I think he's quite cool.
Yeah. When I first,
he seems like a good dude. He's not trying to be kind of red pilled and
and like I mean he's a bit older. He's like mid-30s in it, so
he seems quite respectful. He's not doing these kind of stupid things that these guys are doing. Do you know what I mean?
Like he wouldn't do that. Where like, I remember when I first was getting into the gym like a few years ago, and also I'd watched some of his videos because
I had no idea who he was till about maybe a year and a half ago.
Really? Yeah, no, because I remember like I'm pretty sure he's trained with Larry Wills. I used to watch like a lot of these like juiced up like bodybuilders just because it was it was interesting to watch. And like he came up because he's one of those guys that kind of train in I think Dubai a lot. And yeah. I mean he's quite cool, that guy.
The only reason I know who he was because I remember
the MMA thing.
Yeah, because he interviews MMA fighters and he's like, do you reckon I can beat you?
But
I thought that was quite funny. Like I actually thought.
I think he knows he's.
He knows.
I think he's joking.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him go up against these jiu-jitsu guys, who are probably 150 pounds smaller than him, and they're just tearing him apart. Do you know what I mean? So, but it's a gimmick. It's not. He doesn't really believe that he could fight. Beat up these MMA fighters.
I think he's too old.
I think he interviewed Adesanya once, and he was like, I can't. Or he asked. I know he interviewed Adesanya, but he interviewed a fighter. He was like, "Do you think I could beat in a fight?" He's like, "No, not even." Oh, it was Cheetah Vera. Cheetah Vera.
I'd
Yeah,
kill
yeah,
you,
yeah.
yeah.
Cheetah Vera.
He said I'd kill you.
Yeah, and Cheetah Vera is literally 5'8" and probably weighs 160 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm glad that like a fighter did say that to him. I know obviously he knows, but it's nice to have a fighter be like, "Nah, I would kill you." Like,
yeah, because I don't know if you know. Do you know who Brendan Schaub is?
I know the name, but
So Brendan Schaub, he used to be in the UFC back in the day, and he does like his own podcast. He's really good mates with Joe Rogan. He's been on Joe Rogan more than any other guest,
right.
and now he just does podcasting. People don't even remember that he was a fighter kind of thing.
Oh, really?
And he wasn't a great fighter. He was in heavyweight division, but he did knock out guys like Krokop, and he knocked out some other great guys. Anyway, he asked him, "Oh, do you think I could beat you in a fight?" And he's like, "I don't know." He's like, "I don't think you would." I mean, I was in the UFC and I beat sort of top guys. He's like, "Oh, but I'm 260 or whatever he is." But he says, "Well, so am I," sort of thing. But he was being quite nice about it. But yeah, I know what you mean. You are right. But he's cool. I think he's alright. But I've never been. I don't know if you mentioned Larry Wills. I saw a video of him the other day. I mean, I think these guys just look so ridiculous. Like they're all juiced up and they just look terrible. I just think they look ridiculous doing all those steroids.
Yeah, like for me, I know I'm not a fan of it. I've never even considered doing any kind of PD. I don't even do creatine, and that's like normal. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I used to just watch it just because I think, especially when I was new to the gym,
they can give you good information. The workouts they're doing are
it's not
good.
Even that. It's just that when I was new to the gym, I don't know. I had this mental thing where I would watch, as weird, obviously as like juiced up as they are. It's interesting watching a guy like dumbbell press, like I can't remember how heavy they go, like 200 kilos or something like that.
Right.
And just picking up that much weight. So when I would go to the gym and I'd pick up like 26s, I'd think, man, this is nothing. Like I don't know. It was just like, okay, I don't know how to put this. Yeah. You know, like the analogy of like the sort of the hypothetical of they should let Olympic athletes just do loads of drugs and just see what they can do like to the limit.
Well, I reckon most of them are.
I like how in bodybuilding they basically let you do that.
Well, they are, yeah.
They let everyone.
Even in jiu-jitsu, there's no drug testing in jiu-jitsu.
Oh, is it not? So like literally, they let everyone just take it to the limit and just see who can get the biggest. Like Chris Bumstead is like this really tall, really enormously jacked guy. Like it's just pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I would never do it.
But you know what's funny though?
You know.
Ronnie Coleman. Do you know Ronnie Coleman?
Yep.
He's like one of the greatest.
Yeah, the black guy. Yeah.
He didn't start doing PEDs because I was watching a Netflix doc about him. He would always do really well in these competitions. He would win some, but most of the time he would finish second or third. And he was like, "What can't?" He's a genetic freak. Like he was natural pretty much for most of his career, and then he got on the juice, and then he started winning. But it's mad that a guy like that was natural until say the 90s or 80s, and it's just insane. So
yeah,
but,
his old videos on YouTube are really
but
good watching.
I just don't think steroids are worth it because a lot of them die super early. They die. It's so dangerous.
I think.
You can go bald.
And you got like you're infertile. It's just
you can go. Yeah, there's a lot of risk.
Get depressed.
And you know what's mad as well? I've never understood. I can kind of get why these guys do it because it's part of their career, and they are fitness influencers, and they're selling this. They're training people. I get that. I do actually get that. What I don't understand is guys that are on juice in the gym, but they just work like a regular 9 to 5. What's the point?
Like I don't get people that are like civilians that do. I saw a video of like some 14-year-old kid on like Tren,
which is like, crazy.
He had like before and after video, and like I'm just like.
I just think, and the thing is, you got to keep doing it. I just think, what's the point? I just don't see the worth. I think just to look slightly bigger, it's just what's the point?
Yeah, like honestly.
And also as well, I always think if you are going to do steroids, you should try and get to your absolute max first.
Naturally, innit? Like,
and then if you can't,
and
you think, okay, I need to do it to see what I look like, then yeah, fair enough. But the only people that I should be taking steroids, even though it's not allowed, I can understand athletes taking steroids.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they're not doing the steroids that say bodybuilders are doing because
they're doing it to recover. Right?
They're doing so they can train more or they can last longer. They're doing things like they're not doing what's Turinabol. They're doing things like EPO, or they're doing TRT, more testosterone, things like that. They're not doing Tren and blasting Tren to have massive biceps. They're trying to be, like you said, recover better, things like that. That makes more sense. But
it does, I don't know. With Pete, I think it's just like a classic comparison thief of joy thing. Like you look around and then you see people bigger than you. I think as well, it's a big problem with people online as well. Like all these sort of influencers and stuff, they're like juicing up to take the best possible pictures, so then people buy their programs and stuff.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I mean, like when you start comparing yourself to people, you just get depressed basically.
Yeah, I guess
Like
so.
they've all kind of locked themselves in that kind of vicious cycle. I don't know. It's not
Yeah, I
worth
get
it.
that is kind of true. Yeah.
It's not really worth it.
No, it's not. It's really not. But it's strange though. I just find the whole thing just weird to me. I've never understood why you'd want to do
Like
steroids.
considering the risk to reward, like the reward is being super jacked. And the thing is, when you're like super jacked anyway, it's not like you're gonna get loads of attention from girls. But apparently, like I know a guy who he didn't do any like PEDs or anything, but like he went from just being like really skinny and he's just naturally huge, like big shoulders, all that. And he said that most of the time it's guys that will come
Yeah,
up to
no,
you and
it's
tell you.
girl.
that you
Yeah,
look
girls
big.
will not be. If you've got a good body, so for example, on Love Island, what guy would you say has probably got the best body? Right now.
He's not on it anymore. I say Omar had the best physique.
Yeah, and he's like a PE teacher, and he's like just got. I think he obviously trains a lot, but he's just got insane genetics.
Yeah.
Some guys, for example, like Kamaru Usman, for example, I know he's an
but they're-
athlete.
like,
he
even if
he looks like that.
even if they
naturally,
didn't
yeah.
train, like they would still look really good.
Yeah, and he's got one of those physiques, but he's not too big. You don't look at him and think, oh my
Like
god.
he's still fit. He can run.
Yeah, you don't look at him and think, oh my god, this guy's a freak kind of
Like
thing.
that, yeah.
Whereas I think the best, well, I mean, it's subjective, obviously, but for example, you say women, they'll much prefer, say, a guy that's like athletic, that looks like sort of has a boxer's physique or like a footballer's physique, where they've got a bit of muscle and you're lean. It's kind of like Joey Essex, actually. Like he's lean, and he's got muscle, but you don't look at him and think
That guy's
Arnold
jacked.
Schwarzenegger. Do you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
like, for example, Terry Crews.
Terry Crews. Oh yeah, that guy's huge. Yeah.
I know he's naturally like that,
Yeah.
but he's just a freak of nature kind of thing. And
Yeah.
some people will say it's too big, but that's just his body.
like I mean, my opinion, the best, like, yeah, I mean, it's subjective, but the best physique you can achieve, like as a reference, Mo Salah. That guy.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. Like he's the perfect
He's like
size.
chiseled,
Lean, but so like obviously he's fit. He can play football for 2 hours. Like that is what I kind of aspire to be like.
Yeah, but I think things like that. He's just got his physique is.
Oh yeah. But I mean,
you can
I aim
work
for
hard to
something
get
like
that, but his genetics are just insane.
Yeah.
Some guys have just won the lottery,
battle,
genetic
yeah.
lottery. So, for example, someone like Wayne Rooney, he's one of the fittest players ever, but his genetics is just.
All his genetics are messed up, man. Like he went bald at like what age? Like
Yeah,
man,
like
he's just,
Wayne Rooney's super fit. He's got like one of the fittest players I've seen, but his genetics are he's a bit more got more fat on him, sort of thing. But it doesn't mean he's not fit or anything.
Yeah.
Kind of like Tyson Fury.
They're
He's
fit. These are fit
I know he's
guys.
6'9". He's a giant, but he's one of the fittest boxers I've ever seen. But he doesn't look. He looks like a fat guy that sits at the pub drinking
Yeah,
pints
like
every day.
yeah, like they, you know what I mean. These are fit guys, and they just don't look it.
Yeah. So I think that's why I just don't think the whole steroid thing is worth it, because you're gonna get so big for like what reason?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like I say, like most people, I mean, yeah, if you compete, that's one thing.
And
But
it's funny,
if no one cares about your physique, what's the point?
I saw a TikTok about this guy. He said how if you look at, say, a woman's magazine with like a guy in front of it, to compare to like a men's fitness magazine, it's completely different.
Yeah.
You'll see like a guy on the women's one who's lean and he is a bit smaller, whereas on the men's it'll be like a guy that's huge, like bulging, that sort of superhero kind of build.
Yeah,
And it's because men and women have like a different idea about what looks good and what doesn't look good.
yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting. It is interesting.
Boy.
I still can't believe Joni went out.
Yeah, man. And like, did you see the handball appeal? You haven't seen it
What,
because
for the Cucurella
we've
one?
been driving. Yeah,
The Cucurella one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw it now.
yeah. I don't know, man. Was that a handball?
Well, if he's a bit further back, it's a handball because it could be
Yeah,
like you're
I
stopping
don't.
a
Yeah, 'cause
goal.
I don't think he had.
So
I
it's
don't think
very
he had any time to react. Did
It's
he?
very subjective, so I don't know.
I wouldn't say he had any time to react. Wow. So if we win Netherlands and then probably, I mean, France or
Netherlands or
Portugal,
Turkey.
Spain.
Oh my god! Can you imagine if Portugal get Spain and that's a derby
Can you
as
imagine
well?
if
That's a
Turkey-
derby.
Can you imagine if Turkey went through and then we had them?
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm getting nervous just thinking about it. Oh god! If we don't get to the final, I'll be fuming. Okay, we've got 45 seconds left before the hour's done, and then we're having a little break. I was gonna say, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, tweet me. My @ is Masai Lincoln. That is MASAILINCOLN. Follow me. And obviously, I put these episodes out on YouTube as well, so I'm just sort of teaching myself how to edit and put them out there. Obviously, trying to get some more guests, maybe even in the midweek as well. So just have a look there. They'll always be there, posted weekly. But yeah, we're going to go to a break. We'll be back in about 5 minutes' time. See you guys very soon. Bye. Okay, we are back here live on Love the Beat Radio with Masai Lincoln's Off the Cuff show. I'm here with my younger brother Jay. We are currently watching Portugal versus France in the Euros quarterfinals. It is 0-0 with 48 minutes gone, and we'll be keeping you updated with this game, and we'll be talking about everything else in between. How do you think this game's going to end?
I do think France will win.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a draw, and Portugal are going to win on extra time or penalties. I feel like the script is written.
Wait, did you say 0-0 and then pens? Or...
Mate, I'm not saying necessarily, but I think it might be 1-1 or 0-0. Huh?
Oh, no.
That was definitely not foul. I just saw Mbappe talking to... Oh, what are you doing? What was that? That was terrible. Cancelo, man. No, I was going to say, I just saw at half-time Mbappe talking to... You know that guy he's teammates with at PSG?
Colomwani.
No.
Dembele.
He's a Portuguese guy. He's like a
Coutinho.
Ramos or something.
Gonzalo Ramos.
Yeah. Interesting to see if he comes on.
Yeah, do you remember when he came on in the World Cup? Like, they finally decided to drop Ronaldo and then the guy scored a hat-trick.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Like, he's only like 22 as well.
Yeah, I didn't realise he was that young.
I thought he was a bit older as well.
I thought Mbappe was going to score there.
Whoa.
Damn.
Man, I don't know what's going to happen.
If I was Portuguese, like watching this in like a pub or like a fan park back home, I'd be so nervous right now.
Honestly, it's such a massive game, and honestly, this is like the biggest.
This is probably the biggest game in
so
there
far, yeah.
for them since like. Actually, they got to the World Cup semi-final, didn't they? Remember they lost to Morocco.
Was that the semis? No, it was the quarters because Morocco lost in the semis to France.
Right.
It was the quarters.
Oh my god! Get it to Ronnie. Oh, that's a pen! That's a penalty, ref.
I don't think the guy touched him.
Oh, you are joking me.
I think he actually glided by. Was that Mendes?
Oh my god! Well, then you should book him for diving then. I don't understand this.
Nuno Mendes.
Oh
he's
my word!
Nuno Mendes, he's a really good player.
Yeah, he seems decent, but oh my god, that was the chance.
Look, didn't touch.
No,
him.
fair, but that's a dive. You
Yeah.
should book him for diving.
That is a dive. I don't really get when refs like they don't give the foul, but then they don't say it's a dive. Like,
Yeah, I mean, not everything is a dive, but that was a dive.
Yeah, like if it's not a challenge.
Oh, he didn't need to do that, man.
That was silly.
Oh my god. Oh come on! I feel like that's a bit nervy. Oh,
whoa!
He's got long shots, man. Go on, Ronnie.
He's got the trait.
What the hell?
Not a bad idea.
Actually, yeah, it wasn't bad.
It's like a goal kick though. Oh, he kept it in. Oh yeah, we'll pick it up. I don't know, man. This game, I have no idea how it's going to go. Now that it's been 0-0 at all half, I don't know if there's going to be goals now. I don't know if it's just going to keep getting close. Mbappe might be in.
Oh my.
God,
this game's getting a bit open now, isn't it?
I hope so. I do hope, see, teams defend really well now in the Euro. I mean, in general, like, the Euros has kind of always been very tactical, but, like,
yeah,
it would be nice just to see it open up a little bit.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's what I love about, like, the third group game, usually. It's like there's just so many goals most of the time.
Yeah, because it's like teams have to go. Oh, no. Game over. Oh! Do you know what? Why are they not playing Giroud? I feel like Mbappe and Giroud is the best combo.
Yeah. But Thuram, they've got Thuram up there.
Yeah, but why? I've never seen him do anything.
He is a striker. I don't know.
But so is Giroud. Like, Giroud's way more dangerous than all of these guys. I'm sorry.
You reckon?
Yeah, not Mbappe, but I mean, those two together are so good. Yeah, and he's just
he is good balance.
He's more physical as well.
Yeah, he is good balance. Maybe. Yeah.
They should bring him on, man.
Giroud scored against us to knock us out of the World Cup.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. Oh man, that was devastating.
Oof, man.
They're getting frustrated.
Oh yeah, Love Island tonight's supposed to be really good as well.
Oh my god, that started 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Oh man. As soon as this is done, I'm gonna go home and watch it.
Yeah, can't wait. That's gonna be good this year. I mean today.
I really hope Io does stay with Jess, because
Yeah,
you can tell that he likes her. But
That's the
now I
thing.
just feel like he's gonna feel guilty and
I
be
think
like,
Io's whole.
I feel like they always do this.
I think Io's whole thing. The reason why he's so down is because he probably has this image of himself, like not in a weird way, but just I think he feels like he's a good guy, and that he might feel like a bad guy for doing this. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that.
That's why, I mean, you could tell when you watch the conversation of him and Mimi, and she didn't really say much to him. She just said, look, it's done, like, whatever. I think he was kind of hoping she'd say, no, I think there's nothing wrong. Yeah, whereas I think, like, now, you kind of just have to lay it.
Do you know what, though? I think with Mimi, I think she's really nice, and she's good looking, but do you know what it is? She's, for me personally, and maybe Io, she's a bit too...
Stush.
No, I wouldn't say she's stush, she's lovely, but I'd say she's too... What's the word?
Nonchalant.
Kind of, but a bit too nonchalant, kind of just not open. Do you know what I mean? Very standoffish.
Yeah, like, I do feel like the reason she's like that is because of stuff like this, but I think maybe if she opened up more, maybe it wouldn't happen.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, I think
whereas Jess is very more bubbly kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, she's bubbly, and she's obviously she's a Casa girl, so she has no choice.
But I think that's her natural. I mean, obviously, we've
she's probably like that anyway.
Whereas
but, like,
Mimi has been quite more reserved throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, like, I feel like if you swapped them around, if Mimi came in for Casa Amor, I bet we wouldn't even see her on the screen.
Mate, do you know what surprised me? I kept forgetting. I still can't believe Grace brought back Blade.
Oh,
what
yeah,
was
I glossed
that?
right over that.
What was that?
She bottled it.
Do you know what I think she did? She wanted to bring in the guy that will make Joey most jealous or intimidated or something.
But, like, I get you, because
she might think he's an air quotes alpha.
But you see, like, Messiah, yeah? The thing
that's her type. And she like, I thought they were going to score.
The thing like, with Messiah that I don't really like as a character is he doesn't, like... I don't know how to put it like this way. It's kind of hard to explain, but you know when someone doesn't really ever seem to joke around, like they're always very serious about everything.
I mean, we can't really say that because we didn't.
Yeah,
see
I know. I get, but
him.
all the conversations that I've watched of him, yeah, he seemed very like. I don't know. You know when there's just no irony there. There's just no. It's just no like.
Do you know what though?
Very serious and moral.
I felt Blade. What I didn't like about Blade, he was always talking bad about the other boys.
Bro,
I hated that.
Bro, when Will,
you
know what? I'm glad he's in now because if he's there,
he'll cause
but for the movie night.
Oh,
when all the guys find out that he's been talking about them,
that it's gonna turn bad.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't care who you are, or how big you are. You can't talk about other people like that. Like when you don't know them, it's ridiculous.
I agree.
If you yourself have never encountered them, you can't just say, "Oh, I watched the guy on TV."
I don't like him. Yeah, I just what I didn't like about it, he's sort of saying that to get in the girls' heads.
With girls as well.
It's just bad. It's embarrassing.
It's such an
because do you notice when Uma said it to Will, he was like, "What? Who said that?" Do you remember?
Like he's a waste man. I hope Will remembered that.
Yeah, he will. He definitely. Yeah. That's funny
because like it's ridiculous.
I can't wait, man.
Blade. Like what the hell? His name's Blade.
Yeah.
Blade.
But I thought he was mixed. I think he's Asian. Because his surname is like Siddiqui or something like that. I thought he was like me. I couldn't tell. He looks kind of like that. He has kind of like that.
Maybe he's
Asian / Arab.
South African.
South African.
I don't know.
No way. Is he South African? No, he's like that's not an African name. That's an Asian name.
Oh.
Like he might be like Iraqi or Iranian or something.
Oh right.
Yeah, something like that. I think.
I don't know, man, but I don't like him.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. And he's just a bit cringe. Like. I just find him very cringe. Like I just,
yeah.
And the thing is, what I don't obviously I get why Grace done it is she wanted to make Joey jealous because she's definitely still into Joey.
Yeah.
But do you know what made me laugh? I just think she actually got the ick from him.
Oh,
you know,
I think Mbappe might be. Oh no, he's putting it back on.
No, it's just the ball hit him in the head.
Okay.
I just feel like with Grace, she got the ick from him. You know when he done the whole, she pulled.
Yeah, in the middle.
And then she kissed him. So I was like, oh, mate, come on, mate. You've only just done this to wind up Joey.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and
when she, because obviously she had already kissed Blade, yeah. And for her to, obviously you want to get there first, but for her to go and kiss Messiah after, that makes me think, well, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Like, she's going to pick him.
Yeah, I was so surprised. And do you know what makes me laugh is not Messiah, but Grace. Do you know what made me cringe bare when... What's his name? Blade. You know when they're chilling by the pool, Blade was like, asking her about the sun cream.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, no, please stop. And she felt very uncomfortable. You know when she said, "Oh, mine's already on," and she was like, "Oh, do you want to do mine?" And it was just like, it just felt so awkward. And Grace was like, "Do you know what I mean?" You could tell she didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, he's made you cringe out this much, and you still picked him. I was like, you've definitely done this to try and get Joey back. But,
It's a play.
whereas I don't think Joey's that bothered about her.
I actually think Joey likes that Jessie girl.
Yeah, she's quite nice though. I think she's well nice.
I mean, I liked her when she came in.
She's very sweet and she's good looking.
Yeah, she's growing on me even more. Like, she just seems very down to earth.
Yeah,
something about
facts.
Something about her just seems very down to earth.
Yeah, she's got that like sweet girl next door aura.
Yeah, girl next door aura for sure.
Yeah, facts.
I do like Jessie. Who else is sort of new that you kind of have to think about? There's that Hugo guy. He's got quite a bit. He's got Riz. I'm not.
He actually does. I can't lie. He's a bit
aura.
cheeky, isn't it?
Yeah,
he's like a kind of upgraded Ronnie. Because they're quite similar in their banter and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what?
He's kind of in a way.
I'm still saying he reminds me of Ed Matthews.
He's like more swaggy, kind of like.
Yeah, but he reminds me of Ed Matthews, man, for some reason. Like when he was talking to Jess at one point, he was just like, "All right, so chat to me. Blah, 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 what are you saying?"
Well, he's
like,
from Essex, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he does sound like them kind of guys.
Oh my god, what are you doing?
Jesus.
Yeah. Do you know, even though I don't really find Sean funny, one thing that did make me laugh, you know, when they was in the bed after, chilling with the boys, he was like, mate, I got roasted. That actually made me laugh.
Oh, man, you know what? Sean has cringed me out at times, but he's, like, I still feel like he's just jokes.
I feel like a lot of the public, though, especially like the girls watching, because obviously mainly the girls watch this show, they turned on Matilda. They did not like how she felt.
Like that whole, like...
And they just think she's a bit of an airhead. I think she's a bit dumb. She's nice, but she's a bit silly.
Yeah, I think with Matilda, for her to... Because obviously, like, no one wants to be kind of sat next to someone that doesn't rate them. So that's why she sort of defended him. But that whole thing where she's like, well, he knows where home is. You just...
Oh, my God.
You just sound like a side chick.
Yeah.
He knows where home is.
Yeah, like, I saw this tweet where this guy was like, oh, Matilda's one of those guys, one of those girls that will... defend her man no matter what. Like she's a stupid dying breed.
Yeah.
And he like put bare love hearts. It made me laugh.
Yeah. Nah, like that's one thing.
Like she's one of those girls. I think if you cheated, she'd take you back like every time.
Yeah, I don't really like girls that do that.
No, me neither. But I'm just saying, like,
yeah, she's.
What made me laugh is when Will was chatting, oh, a lad's holiday in it, like.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, that's what happens on a lad's holiday. Like when when he was chatting to Maya.
Yeah.
And then
Uma.
No.
So
before Uma got back, he was like, "Oh, I explored, whatever," and then all the girls are looking at him like, "What?"
Yeah,
and I'm just like, "Oh."
Mate, Will is so funny because he's such a quiet. He's got the nonchalant gimmick, like the mysterious aura kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like he is very deceitful. Oh my god.
What do you mean?
Well, because remember, I remember him and Uma's thing quite clearly. Like basically, Uma took things very slow. Yeah, when she met Will. And he kept saying, I remember he was having chats with other people saying, oh, she hasn't kissed me yet. Like,
have they kissed yet?
Yeah, no, they did. They did. But what happened was she took really long.
Yeah.
And then she finally kissed him. And then slowly, gradually, they started kissing in bed, which is obviously a big deal in there and stuff. But then, so he kind of persuaded her to trust him and do that. But then the minute another girl walks in, he does it straight away.
Yeah.
Uma must feel so stupid right now.
That's what she said. She said, I was embarrassed. So what made me laugh is that Will...
Oh my god!
Go! Oh, what a save!
Oh, I have Bruno.
I feel like he could have taken it a bit further or passed it to Ronaldo.
I have Bruno in my team as well.
Oh my god, man! Oh my god! Oh, was that Bruno?
Yeah.
Oh my god! No, Ronaldo's going mad.
Let's see where he was.
I feel like he could have taken it further or squared it back to Ronaldo.
Wait, so what were you saying
about
Will?
No, you was talking about Will, saying he's deceitful or something.
Yeah, no, I said it, and then you said that he was talking to someone.
Oh no, yeah, I was saying what made me laugh is how he was talking to Uma, and she was like, "Oh, I'm so embarrassed" or whatever, and he was saying, "Oh, I was just exploring because he said
I've only been with you in it."
And you had like a little chat or explored with Io. She was like, "Oh, that's not the same thing though." He was like, "Oh," and yeah, he was just making me laugh. Like, oh god.
Do you know one little line that also made me laugh like out loud as well during the recoupling? When Sean had like chosen Matilda and everything, and then Maya kind of opened the floor to Diamante. And
mate,
Diamante was like, he's obviously not as sweet as I thought he was.
Oh yeah, that was funny. That was such a good...
Diamante, like she's charismatic. She was a good dude.
She had that bad girl aura.
I'm gonna miss her. She was sitting on a bad boy piece of information.
Yeah, she actually was.
Oh well,
oh man. Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, low-key, I thought the girls that they brought in were better than
I don't know. I'd say overall, it's pretty even. What are you doing?
Don't know, because for example, think of the OG girls. Because you got to remember, Grace was a bombshell.
Oh, you're talking
Like-
about OG. Oh yeah, well the OG.
Because like
OGs
Samantha
the OG
and
OGs
Harriet,
were dead. Like Samantha, Harriet, Jess, Nicole. Like that's like them. You know when like
which one was Jess again? Yeah, Jess. Yeah, exactly.
like that's like when when like football fans post their trenches team and it's like
Yeah,
Ricky
yeah.
Lambert. Like when
yeah.
Liverpool had
Barini and
BBL up
Balotelli,
front.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
BBL, innit?
BBL, yeah.
Like that's like their trenches team.
Yeah, and I just feel like the girls that they've brought in, so the Casa girls and the Bombshells have just been so much better.
Well, I would say okay if you compare it to
Oh!
pre.
Oh my God, he's offside, isn't he?
Yeah, well no, because he came off defender. No, but if you compare it to okay,
Oh my word.
Bombshells and OGs on one team, so pre-Casa and then Casa, you had
It's night and day.
no, I'm talking about. No, I wouldn't say it's night and day though, because you have Grace. I'm talking
Oh,
about
so you're okay, yeah.
pre-Casa. So
Grace,
Grace,
Umar.
Jessie, Umar, Mimi.
Yeah,
That's pretty decent.
that
That's
is
a good
good.
lineup.
Yeah. Whereas, but the other girls I thought were better, like
Okay, fine. Diamante,
Diamante, the
Ruby,
blonde girl. You know, she's now with
who was
Trey.
with Will.
She with Trey now.
Oh, the tall one.
Is that the one that you put? Yeah, that's
The one that Kieran knows.
Yeah.
I don't rate her as high.
She's better than like Jess and Harriet. Come on.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like natural looking as well. But I mean, like, okay, yeah.
Oh,
fine.
and Jess, the light skin girl.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, she's way
a lot-
better.
lot of aura,
Yeah, she's got that nice light skin girl aura.
Nah, she is nice, but
Yeah, I just feel like they were much better.
I think right now though, I would say Uma is my favorite in.
Oh, she's easily. I think she's the best girl in Love Island ever.
Oh
but,
yeah, I saw you tweeted.
But
I don't know.
But if being subjective, she's easily top 3 in my opinion. Her, Megan, and maybe like
what Megan from like 2017,
the one
Like,
with Wes.
Oh, 2018.
Yeah, the one with Wes. She was
that summer was sick. I wish
yeah.
I was older for that.
that was so good. Yeah, so
Megan, you could throw.
All right, who else comes
Who was
to
the
mind?
best last year? Like you're gonna go Whitney, Catherine, like
Whitney, Catherine, Ella was good.
I wouldn't put Ella on their level anymore.
Yeah, no, I think I prefer Ella, but I get what you're saying.
I don't like her the work she's had done.
Yeah, but then I feel like Whitney wears too much makeup for me personally.
Nah.
She does. It's so much. I don't like that personally. Whereas Megan, who was with Wes,
Megan was
and there was another. There's been even
from that year.
just other year. Yeah, well, I
The
can't
thing
think
is,
off the top
they
of my
have to
head.
be, in my opinion, when you have these discussions, they have to be people that influence the show and actually.
No,
do
yeah,
something.
obviously they can't
'Cause
just
I
be like
remember-
a Casa
I
bombshell that was in there
remember
for like a week.
Yeah, I remember that. So I'm talking about girls that actually impacted the show. I remember like I don't know if she's on that level though, but like Zara was nice. The one was.
Oh yeah, Zara was really
was
good
cool.
actually. And who else? I just thought of her name. Do you know who was actually decent? Do you remember Gemma Owen, Michael Owen's daughter?
Yeah.
She was really good.
Yeah, for sure,
She was really good.
Ooh, for sure.
Yeah, she was good. I can't. It's like I wish I could look it up to see who was.
Honestly, I might have
Yeah.
to. Like, but the thing is, it won't come up.
Type in. Why not?
But like, as in.
Type in 2019 Love Island cast.
Okay.
Because I can't remember anyone from 2019. I kind of remember that Amber, but she was a bit annoying. And she was a bit overrated, I think. Oh my god, they're gonna score.
Who's that?
Oh my
Ah,
god. Ben's bet's actually gonna win.
God, yeah.
Oh my
2019 was the year of Amy.
Was that the
Amber.
year of Molly May? And
It was
Tommy
Molly
Fury?
May, Lucy. There wasn't much going on there, to be honest.
Lucy. Oh yeah, I remember Lucy.
She was like the sort of
Surfer girl
vibesy
or
surfer
something.
girl,
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, nah, Kendall, nah.
Who's Kendall?
Joanna. Joanna was a Casa girl.
Oh yeah, she was alright.
Wait, honestly, I feel like the guys had
Just
more
type,
aura that
type
year.
yeah, they might.
Ovi.
Oh yeah, Ovi had crazy.
Ovi might have be like the top one aura.
Type in if we go you type in best looking Love Island
Okay.
contestants and someone will come up that we've forgotten. I just can't remember.
35 hottest Love Island contestants ever.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, Mimi.
That's like
I know, but this is the article. They're trying to put Sam from this year. Wait, these are all this. Oh, okay. Callum.
Oh, I don't want to see the guys. I'm talking about the girls.
Okay, cool. Ella.
Which one was it? Oh, like Ella from last year.
Yeah. Tanya. She must be a series that we didn't watch.
Yeah, she was like a winter one, I think.
Oh, okay, fine. I know it's not a girl, but Davide Aura.
Oh, he had crazy aura. He mogged Ekin-Su like every time they had a recoupling.
Yeah, not Sophie. Nah.
Which one was Sophie? Let me see.
From 20 there's winter one.
I don't remember her. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it.
And she was on All Stars. I didn't watch that though. Mora. More aura?
Nah.
No.
No, she had aura, but I wouldn't say like best
Yeah,
looking ever.
Megan's come up. Megan Barton.
Megan was the best. Well, top 3 for me.
This I don't agree with this one, but Montana.
She was alright. Nah,
But
like,
yeah,
she was alright.
Zara's come up here.
I think that might be the top 3, to be honest.
2017, Jess. Do you remember?
Nah.
She was a bombshell, and she got with Dom. They got married.
No, I wouldn't say
You don't
best
think
looking.
so?
She was alright. Yeah, she was
a
good.
Bombshell.
Yeah, she was a bombshell. Like, but I wouldn't say like the best looking ever sort of thing. Like, she's got aura, but I don't know.
That's it. I mean, that's all that came
Yeah,
up.
then I would say that's the top 3 then, to be honest.
What? So
Umar, Megan, and who else did I say? Oh, I can't remember, man.
Uma, Megan,
There was another one. We just
Zara.
said it. Yeah, Zara. Yeah, I think that's the top 3 best looking women on Love Island, 100%.
I remember at the time I really liked Joanna, but I was a bit younger.
I can't even remember Joanna, to be honest.
She's just Cassie girl. She was light skinned.
Was she the one that was with Davide?
No, she I think I want to say remember Michael, the scout guy, the childish guy.
She was
Joanna.
like, oh yeah, she was
Joanna.
she was the Greek girl. Yeah, she wasn't.
Is she Greek?
Yeah, she wasn't mixed race.
Oh, okay.
She was just.
Oh yeah, Kimonides. Yeah, her name was Greek. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I guess yeah. Like at the time, I really liked Kaz. But,
Oh yeah, Kaz was really nice actually. Yeah, I forgot about Kaz. Yeah, she's up there.
I mean, yeah. It's funny because you would have thought there's like quite a few where we couldn't even choose, but I feel like that's quite easy top 3.
That was quite well for me, but then other people would disagree. They might say some people have different types, so it's hard
Yeah.
to say.
Some people put Molly May up there, like actually up there.
Like, she's good looking, but I wouldn't say
Yeah.
she's not the best looking girl in the world kind of thing. But
Yeah.
she is pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like Love Island will really like mess up your standards of people, because if I was out and I saw one of these like Casa girls who I didn't even notice like out, I'd probably think, wow, you know what I mean?
Well, no, I'm not saying they're not good looking, but I'm just
Well,
saying
obviously your standards are
no,
very
not necessarily.
distorted.
Because, for example, if I saw, I don't know, some of the girls in there, I wouldn't, even though they are attractive, but I wouldn't be like, oh, you're the best looking girl I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't think that either. But I'm saying is,
Whereas,
I
for
would
example,
definitely think, wow, you stand out from the crowd.
That Zara
big time.
girl, see Zara, that
Yeah.
I actually saw her a few weeks. She was at the Soccer Aid after party.
Oh, really?
Sam Thompson was playing,
Yeah.
and I was just talking with my friend, and then I turned around. I was literally like, wow. Like, I was literally like, wow, she's got
Taken
aura.
back by the aura.
No, yeah, facts. I was literally like, wow,
Like you could actually sense
you've literally got Love Island aura.
Yeah.
Like,
she rocked your world.
no, for real, she did. Oh no.
Dembele. Oh, you've got to finish.
Oh my god, Ben's bet might actually win.
Oh my god.
Christ.
What the hell? Every time I bet on a sport and I hear Ben's bet on it, I give up. He was onside.
Oh my god.
What the
How?
hell?
How?
I know it's his right foot, but still.
You got to score that. I think the goalkeeper put him off a bit. Damn, he completely missed it.
Oh.
He dragged it.
I
Oh
had this
my
game to
god.
be 2-1.
They need to bring on Giroud.
I've had this game to be 2-1.
Oh,
There's
that's
no way.
never happening.
God damn it. £285 I'll never have.
Damn.
Oh well.
I put a fiver on Portugal to qualify.
What was the odds?
It was just over evens. But I just done it to get a free bet.
Before this game I could have cashed out for 20. Oh man. It is what it is.
Oh, mate. It's getting tense. I low-key want it to be a draw so Ben's bet can win. But at the same time, I do want it to be Portugal to score.
Imagine if
So we can just go home. But
imagine
honestly, actually, I don't mind. Say if it goes to extra time. So that means it'll go to extra time in 20 minutes, right? Which means that we would finish the show as extra time is starting.
yeah.
We could just put it on in the car, actually. and
Yeah,
then-
I think we should
Yeah,
just go.
we should just do that, yeah. Fine with me.
But this is a big game. This is huge.
Yeah, and to be honest, penalties are no one usually. I know Spain did today, but penalties always seem because no
Yeah,
one wants
'cause
to
no
lose
one-
it.
Yeah, no one seems to, like extra time.
You don't want to take the risk.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of hate when your team's in extra time. It's just like, oh my god, we're not going to score. We're going to try not to
Especially
concede.
if your team is the favourite, because
Oh
your
my
team's
God.
just going to be defending against the
Yeah,
whole
and if
time.
you are, do you know what? Penalties when it's your team is honestly the worst feeling in the world. It's so terrible.
I can't believe we had a Euro final that went to pens.
That I felt sick, and I genuinely felt sick. And the thing is, I knew we were going to lose, so it's just like, oh man,
Oh man, that day I don't think
that was the worst weekend of my life.
I don't think we're ever going to see racism like that ever again. I know we will, but that was nuts. To have 3 black players go and miss the pens. Oh.
Yeah, but it's a small one. I'm not making excuses.
I know, yeah, it's true.
Yeah. But yeah, and then and that weekend, McGregor snapped his leg in half.
Oh yeah, that was.
So that was honestly terrible. That weekend could not have gone any worse for me.
Wow.
McGregor snaps his ankle in 1 round,
God.
and he hasn't fought since. And then we go and lose literally less than 24 hours later, probably about 15 hours later.
I wanted to die.
Yeah, honestly, I felt terrible. It was so bad.
I'm glad I wasn't like going out and stuff at the time, because if I was drunk when that happened, oh man, I don't know what I would have become.
Oh mate, honestly, it was bad. It was bad.
Oh, that was so terrible. I couldn't believe it. Devastated.
Yeah, it really was devastating. And what annoyed me is that we were 1-0 up
At home.
and and Italy are so old and slow, and it's just like we didn't try and win the game. That's what was so frustrating.
On home turf, I remember when Shaw scored, my life might have peaked right there.
Oh mate, when ooh,
like you know that feeling of when Trippier scored the free kick.
Oh my god,
and it felt like the best moment of your life.
Yeah.
When Shaw scored.
Oh my god, but we scored in 4 minutes as well.
That is what you call scenes.
We were watching it at my mate's flat. There was probably about 7 of us, 6 or 7 of us. Nah.
Oh my god.
There was probably about 6 or 7 of us, and we were literally going mental. Like we were literally jumping everywhere. Oh, it was insane.
I don't think this was far off.
No, I think it was. Oh, actually, no. That was very close.
Dembele.
I'm just not. Dembele is very talented, but one guy I will never be a fan of.
He hit the post.
Did it?
Yeah.
For me, he just doesn't score enough.
With Dembele,
and he does too many turns. Just put it in the box, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it's FIFA bias because I really like him.
He's because he's technically
like
brilliant.
He's a 5-star, so like he's so much fun to like.
By the way, can you check if it's still recording? If it's nearly out of battery? If it's out of battery, we'll just have to switch him around.
This one?
No, that one.
Yeah, still recording.
Okay, cool. We're good. Cool. We'll check back in about 10 minutes.
Cool.
But yeah, I agree. It's very, for me, he's just too hit and miss. Do you know what I mean?
No, like like as a player, I wouldn't have like my stocks in him. You know what I mean? He's he's like 26, 25 now, so.
He must be older now. I reckon he's like 28.
No, he's definitely not 28.
Mate, he was playing for Dortmund like 10 years ago.
Nah, that's not true. Let me check.
He was. He really was. Or at worst, he was in the French league.
27.
Yeah, 27, 28.
Fine. Fair enough.
For me, he's just not.
I just really like bow-footed players as well.
Yeah, but I like players that are direct. For me, he's not direct enough. Too much this fancy, trying to be flash. I hate that. Just put it in the box.
Fair enough.
And if you're going to be all doing those tricks and stuff, you have to be like one of the best players. And for me, he just isn't.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No, because we never see Coman anymore. I remember when Coman was coming
up.
When France came second in the Euros, to Portugal.
Yeah,
that was when Coman was like 20 years old then, and I remember like he was the guy.
So him and Dembele are the same
age. Ever since Mbappe like we just never really saw him after that. It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. But he's still playing for France, isn't he? He's still
not really, because he's a left-sided player.
Oh, I see.
So he just never plays. Like he'll play on the right, but then France prefer like Dembele to be there.
Yeah.
It's weird.
But when they won the World Cup, Dembele wasn't the starter though, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Was he? Oh, I thought it was Giroud, Mbappe, Griezmann on the right kind of thing.
I think Griezmann played in the
and then you had Pogba kind of like attacking midfielder. That's what I thought it was.
Because you had Kante, Pogba.
Or did they had another top like French player, but I can't remember who it was.
It was Kante, Pogba. Yeah, so Matuidi,
yeah. But he was like midfield though.
Yeah, so I think it was Kante, Matuidi, Pogba, and then you're right, Griezmann more sort of to the right, but also attacking mid.
Yeah.
On the left.
And Giroud. I think that worked way better. Yeah, for me that was way better. Like in that World Cup, they were actually brilliant from start to finish.
They were so.
They destroyed Argentina. They destroyed. Who else did they beat in the run to the final? Where was that World Cup?
Russia,
yeah. Who else did they beat? They beat Belgium 1-0 in the semis. And they didn't play Brazil. Belgium knocked out Brazil. But I can't remember who else. I know they beat Argentina. I can't remember. But yeah, it was...
They were such a force, man. Like, you couldn't stop them, man. Honestly, they were so good. Like, Pogba was at the top of his game. Griezmann was at the top of his game.
Kante.
Was unbelievable. Matuidi was there.
Lloris
he
was still very good.
Lloris was a top player. Mbappe was. No one really knew who he was, so like they just didn't know how to deal with him.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh, man, that was a team.
That really was a team.
They even had that song that was really good.
Song?
Remember that song? Engolo, Engolo.
Oh, I can't stand
I like that song.
Oh my god, so irritating. Honestly,
like
so irritating.
And that was when they had Benjamin Mendy, but he didn't play a minute.
Oh, mate.
Mendy.
Who was their right back? It wasn't Sanya. It must have been
Pavard.
Yeah. He's still playing for them, though, isn't he?
He's a centre back now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's on the bench, but
they had Hernandez still. Yeah.
Yeah, Hernandez was playing. Pavard, that goal against Argentina, genuinely one of the
that
best
was incredible.
knockout World Cup goals ever.
I wanted Argentina to win that so bad, and the thing is, I don't like supporting Argentina. I find it weird when like English people support Argentina, but I was just like, wow. Do you know what I mean?
That was such an unbelievable goal. And then when Giroud played, when Mbappe scored as well, I was just like, this guy. Like when he won the pen, I was like, this guy's rapid. Like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
I remember thinking, like, who the hell is this kid?
It's funny when Ben told me he put on that bet, like he put it in our group chat with me, him, and one of our other mates. I was saying to him, like we were like, "Oh, that's never gonna happen," and he was like, "No, it will." And I was like, "Oh, I can't wait for when Ronnie gets a last-minute pen."
And then they just bring on Ronnie from Love Island. He takes it. Man,
I could see Ronaldo scoring though, because he still hasn't scored.
I know. Imagine if he actually exits the tournament without scoring.
It's random. I've never heard of their keeper before either.
Diogo Costa?
No, France.
Mike Maignan? Milan. He won the league with Milan.
Oh, okay, no, I have seen him. Yeah. Oh no. Is that Mbappe?
That's not a foul.
That's not a foul. Have you ever had a laugh?
Paulinho.
He always gets carded, this guy.
So he's going Bayern, isn't it?
Well, they've wanted him for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see this again. That's not a foul.
That's not a foul.
Oh my god.
Not
not a foul. Game's gone soft. That was not a foul.
Utter woke nonsense.
Yeah, that wasn't a foul. I didn't like that. Do you know what's funny? This reminds me of Joe. You know, obviously Joe Rogan, when he'll do like these. I mentioned that guy Brendan Sharp.
Yeah.
And he has he'll usually have 2 other of his comedian friends, usually like Brian Callen and maybe Joey Diaz.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen that meme where they're dancing like that?
Yeah.
So that's from they do this thing called Fight Companion.
Yeah.
So whenever Joe Rogan's not watching the UFC and it's a big one, so a couple of weeks ago, UFC was in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
When Robert Whittaker was fighting, they'll do a Fight Companion like this. They'll stream it live on YouTube or Spotify, and then you can watch it live with them. So they won't have it on the screen.
Like a watch along.
Yeah, a watch along. So it's called Fight Companion.
Yeah.
And they'll be watching it. You can't see it, but then you can.
It's the same as like Mark Goldbridge and them guys watching football.
Yeah, and they'll say to people that were watching, set it to this time, and we're watching it live from here.
Yeah.
And people watch it, and then they sort of and this reminded me of this, because obviously we're watching the game.
Did you hear Joe Rogan say, "Oh"?
Yeah. Love that guy.
Yeah, Joe Rogan aura.
Mate, lich.
That psychedelic aura.
I know, but he doesn't do them that often. I think he said he only does them like a couple times a year.
Huh.
Because it's quite intense doing those drugs.
Well, yeah, and also with
psychedelic
drugs, like your tolerance grows really quick. So if you do it,
he's been doing them for years.
Yeah, but if you do it too often, it won't do anything eventually. Like your
depends what you. I mean, he's talking about like mushrooms.
Yeah, mushrooms.
Not ashwagandha. Sorry, not ashwagandha. It's called
DMT.
DMT, but there's another one.
Acid.
No, it's all similar to this. I can't remember what it's called. But like Native Americans used to take it back in the day, but I can't remember what it's called, man. It's not. I can't remember what it's called. Type in psychedelic drugs. I can't remember what it's called, but it's literally on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't remember it. Ayahuasca, yeah. Like that as well, and he said they do that kind of, but he said he only does it. He doesn't do it that often.
Yeah. No, you shouldn't. No. And also, it'll make your mind and put your mind in a weird place if you keep thinking about like too often.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
But all that stuff is quite interesting when they talk about it. I don't really watch Joe Rogan like that, but
I do. I watch him all the time because I like it when he has different people on.
Yeah.
Cause like, to be honest, I only listen to his podcast, Ariel's podcast, and that's enough. Like that's the only two I listen to, sort of thing. Every now and then I might listen to something. The other day, do you know Shannon Sharp?
Yep.
Because he does a podcast
Where he interviews like.
Yeah, but he also does a show with a guy called Ocho Cinco.
Yeah.
And they talk about sports.
Oh, the guy with the teeth.
Yeah, but they won't just do sports. Sometimes because I don't know anything about American sports, so I don't watch those ones, like 2-hour episodes. But they'll do things where they talk about, like, say, I don't know, dating or life or whatever it might be. And it's funny because they always, so I watch it because it's always really funny.
Yeah.
But I did listen to his actual podcast the other day because he'll interview someone. So the other day he interviewed Dana White. I didn't watch it, I only saw some clips from it. He interviewed Dana White and he'll interview all kinds of interesting people. But last week he interviewed Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah,
so I actually watched
well,
that.
I saw that he did that. I didn't actually watch it.
I listened to it. It was good. It was actually pretty good. She seems quite smart, actually.
Yeah, did she went to college.
Like she went to uni. Yeah, like she went to uni. She got all these degrees. She's made loads of money. Oh, he thought it was him. Who is that?
What, Camavinga?
No. That guy that was just
The white, what, for France?
no for this guy running now for on goal. Who was that?
Colin Thiel, probably.
Never heard of him.
He scored the last minute goal for them in the group.
No, I mean like I didn't before this tournament. I've never.
Oh
like,
yeah, no, I didn't know he was either, and I don't even think that's him.
Saliba yellow card. Ah, yes. That is a yellow. I mean, he's literally put his hand across his face.
That Portuguese guy's so lucky got to feel the Saliba hand or.
No, he was. Oh, could you imagine if Portugal score here?
Ronaldo.
And thingy's bet's done.
Ronaldo dagger. Oh, man.
Who's that? Can't see. Oh, he's the Porto manager.
Oh, right.
Forgot his name though. But I think he won the Euros with Portugal back in the day.
Oh, okay, cool.
That must be so nerve-wracking being in the crowd as well.
France, Portugal. What a massive game. I did think there'd be goals though, man.
I always wonder, like, if these French players, if they played for their home country, what it'd be like.
I would love to see it. Like, if all the, but like guys of African origins just went back. Like, Mbappe just said, nah, I'm playing for Cameroon now. And, like,
Or Algeria. He can play for Algeria as well.
Yeah, that would be sick.
But I get it, they are born in France, but...
And they're educated there. I get that. I would like to see it, though. Like, imagine if they all...
But I think it's a kind of different to say here, because I think because these French African countries, they are, in a way...
Another Ronaldo free kick.
Sort of, they still feel quite tied to their ethnic origin.
And also as well, because, I mean, I guess some of the nations that we invaded and stuff in history... They speak English, but a lot of them, they do speak French a lot of the time.
Like what?
Like Senegal and...
When did England invade Senegal?
No, when we you see like the nations that we kind of took over and stuff, and like you see how we have we have a lot of black people now. Obviously, I think. Yeah. The French, but like the French ones, like the nation, like the reason they have so many French players, like the people that migrated over, like they're all the countries they speak French, like Senegal.
That's completely different though, because, for example, countries like Senegal, they were colonized by France.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Whereas the black countries, say tied to the UK, say like Jamaica, for example, they weren't black countries until the UK got there.
Oh, right.
So they took West African slaves.
Oh, yeah.
And sent them to places like Jamaica and to, say, I don't know, Trinidad or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's why, for example, when you see these French African players, they've got French names, or they have French names, or they'll have names that are still of their origin. So, for example, look at, say, Touré.
Yeah.
That's a French African. That's an Ivorian name.
Yeah.
Whereas, say, someone from Jamaica, they'll always have, say, a British name.
Yeah, true.
They don't ever have like a Nigerian name where they originally come from, or Ghanaian name. They never have that. Whereas these French African countries, say, like, I'm trying to think of an example. Well, I'd say 95% of them are still. It's different. So the way that the British colonized and used their, say, African resources is completely different to how France did.
Oh, I see.
And Belgium, it's completely different.
So they're doing something right, man. Their team is so good.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, it's completely different. Whereas I think the British were more. They took African slaves from countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Ivory Coast, wherever else they might have been on the west side of Africa, took them to say America, and say the Caribbean and wherever else they might have had colonies, and just done it like that. Whereas the French took over countries like Senegal and Ivory Coast and what's another French African country? Cameroon. And just set up colonies there and sort of settled there, kind of what the British did to, say, Australia.
Mbappe's in. What are you doing?
Oh!
What are you doing?
No, I mean, he didn't really have anything else on there.
No, Mbappe was there. He could have clipped it.
I can't believe this is going to be 0-0.
Oh my god, imagine.
I just want it to be 0-0 for Ben's bet, and then I want Portugal to score.
Yeah, my bet's
320 quid he's going to get.
Wow, man.
It's crazy, bro. Semedo, he's running. I'm a bit caught in two minds for tomorrow because our game's at 5.
Mm-hmm.
If we lose, because usually when I'm going to my mate's house to watch it, well, we're going to my mate's who lives in Hornchurch.
Yeah.
And usually, all the time...
How far is Hornchurch?
It's an hour drive.
Yeah.
So it's just past Stratford.
Okay.
But you have to get... when you're driving, you don't go through Stratford. You'll go through the Dartford crossing.
Yeah.
You know where the big Sainsbury's is? Yeah. So it's not far. So it's probably an hour drive. Whereas I always have a blanket, not a blanket, like a bed, like a duvet in my car.
Yeah.
And I always stay around there when I go.
Yeah.
I'm caught in two minds. I'm thinking, imagine if we lose, I won't want to stay out drinking and stuff. I'll just want to go home.
Yeah.
Or go out somewhere else and just come home. And then, do you know what I mean? So I might just get trained there tomorrow. So I don't know.
Tomorrow, I mean, yeah, I've just got this festival. And then...
What festival is this?
So I'm going to Michael Beebe. I don't know.
They're going to Michael Beebe?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Finsbury Park.
House DJ.
Yep, house DJ.
What event is it? Sorry?
Let me actually check. It's in my... what it actually is. My friends told me about it. It's called One Life.
One Life, okay.
So hopefully the weather's alright. It's looking like
it's gonna rain.
It's gonna be raining.
Yeah, you should bring like a raincoat or something.
I know, it's just long though, isn't it?
Or a hat. Like you should bring something.
It's long though.
What's wrong with that?
It's like rain.
Oh, the rain, yeah.
Like,
but it might be if it's under tents, it might not be that bad. If it's in tents, it won't be that bad.
Yeah, I'm not even sure.
Because last year I went to Elro in Dagenham.
Yeah.
And the weather was honestly like would not stop rain. And this was the middle of this was July, August time. It was genuinely would not stop raining.
Yeah.
It was this time last year. Just wouldn't stop raining.
Hold on. What a block.
Ooh, 90th minute.
Silly
We're in the 90th minute. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Take
it. You got to foul him.
Turan.
Oh my god.
Who's that? Pepe.
Pepe.
Oh my god. Joe Biden.
No, but he cut out of him. Oh my god. No.
Come on, there's no one there.
No.
Good run. Well done, Pepe.
But yeah, I went to this festival. I went to Elro.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? He's actually Brazilian. He's born in Brazil.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's Brazilian.
Oh, no way. I mean, it looks like it, but they all do, innit?
Yeah.
I watched a video the other day about why do Brazilians speak Portuguese, like not Spanish kind of thing.
Well, Portugal invaded them.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying like I just watched a video and also about like why they're... Oh, no, actually as well, that was a bit more obvious. I watched a video about why they're Japanese people in Brazil as well.
Right.
And like it was quite interesting. There was also quite a lot of Italians there as well.
Well, yeah, look at, for example, a lot of their surname. For example, Martinelli.
Yeah, like
Jorginho.
It makes sense because like I know a guy who's dating this girl who's Brazilian, and like her and like a couple of their friends from uni went to Italy, and I thought that was just like a holiday for them. I think they actually have family out there.
Yeah, a lot of Brazilians have Italian ancestry, and a lot of them actually have German ancestry. So you look at, for example, Alison Becker.
Yeah.
Becker's a German name.
Yeah.
In a way, Brazil is very mixed. It's in a way it's kind of similar to America, because there are actually more outside of Africa. Brazil's got the largest black population in the world.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're originally a black, like they're an actual black country,
yeah. So Brazil actually imported more slaves.
Yeah,
African slaves.
They
imported more African slaves than America.
Oh wow, I didn't
Like
know
a
that.
lot of people don't know that, and you can see it because when you watch Brazil's team, you can see how many like sort of black or mixed players they actually have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've got so many light skins.
that's what I'm saying. They've got so many. So yeah, it's interesting, and it's funny about the German thing. A lot of the after World War II, a lot of top high-ranking Nazi officials did actually escape to Brazil and mainly Argentina.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's why people always make those jokes about, oh, this guy. I think there was a thing in the World Cup where they was talking about it, and yeah, but there's a Brazil and a lot of Latin America, especially Brazil. They've got a bit of everything there.
Yeah. My God, Ben's bet is actually gonna win.
Well, let's not talk too soon. There's still
Mate,
30 seconds left.
Mate, there's 30 seconds. He's fine. I think he's gonna do it.
Well, unless they score here, please don't.
Then Bele's on it. This is dangerous.
Oh my god. Oh, well, that was a goal. Oh my god, he's gonna win.
That was never a challenge.
Oh my god. Can you see if that thing is still recording, please? I'm sure it is. We've only got 10 minutes left anyway. Still recording?
Yeah, it just said low power mode. But
Oh,
yeah, it was recording the whole time.
Let me switch them around. So just keep stay on the mic.
Cool.
You got it.
Oh my god, I think the whistle, which means Ben's bet won, and he bet on it to be 0-0, ended 0-0. So what? He's won £320.
Something like that, yeah.
What? 30 bet?
Yeah.
Ah,
You put £30 on 0-0.
ridiculous, man. Imagine that. And I feel like no one really. I mean, Camavinga missed that chance, but other than that, no one really came very close.
Yeah, there wasn't very many clear-cut chances, were there?
Mbappe didn't have.
I bet there's, as soon as we get in the car, there's a goal.
Yeah, I'm
You know, you can
keeping
turn it up a little bit. We just can't have it loud.
I'm
It's
keeping
on
it
the
on
mic.
while we walk.
Yeah, keep it on whilst we're walking. It's mad though. The last time you weren't here last week, 2 weeks ago, me and Ben done the show. So we were watching France versus the Netherlands. And it's funny, that game was 0-0 as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad game, but it was quite similar to this, quite cagey. Come on, Portugal, man.
Oh my days.
I feel like their name's on the cup, man.
In the squad, and I came with the fellas.
Man, it's crazy, bro.
God, Ben must be feeling like one of these.
That's Kevin Gates, isn't it? From that
Yeah.
GIF? Yeah, so funny.
And then like the Rick Ross one.
Oh, when he's in the pink shirt. Yeah. I only saw that like last week.
Them emotes, they're too good. So good. Oh man, can't believe it. Is any UFC happened last week, wasn't it?
Yeah,
No, we
I still
talked
can't
about
believe Alex Pereira I'm not surprised that he won, but the knockout was just
Like
so
the knockdown
brutal.
and then the knockout.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness, yeah, and then Yuri just never recovered.
I
He's
mean,
so good, man. Like he looks
is-
unbeatable.
He is formidable, isn't he?
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
Well,
Is
it's
anyone
funny.
ever going to take him down?
Adesanya took him down.
Yeah, and he controlled him.
Well, I think obviously Adesanya is a better wrestler and grappler in general than Alex, but most of these guys are. But when you're not used to wrestling, when it's not your fighting style, even if you are, you can't. Because all of these guys can grapple. All of these guys can grapple.
Yeah.
But when it's not your style, it's very tiring. And I think that's why a guy like Khabib was just so incredible, because he was so relentless with his wrestling that he didn't care. He didn't get tired.
Yeah.
He was non-stop. He was gonna get you down. Like he was gonna force you to do that.
Yeah.
And that's what I think makes him different to, say, not necessarily better, but what makes him more dominant to, say, compared to someone like Islam, because he's gonna wrestle and he's gonna chain wrestle you, but he's not gonna hold you down, and also takes more chances on the feet. Whereas Khabib just forced you where you wanted to go. Like he didn't give you a choice. This is what's going to happen. And he was just so dominant. And I think with Pereira, it's very easy when guys say, "Oh, just take this guy down. He's such a great striker." But I just think
Like
he almost needs to come up against Magomed Ankalaev. But people talk about Magomed Ankalaev, but if you've actually watched his highlight reel, he's knocking people out, and he can wrestle. Obviously, he's a great wrestler, but he's kickboxing essentially, and he's knocking people out. Yeah, so. That's what I think the next fight's going to be.
Be interesting.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Can Ankalaev fight in America?
He said he can.
Cool.
Yeah. Jamal Hill said that he can't, that he's not allowed, but he said apparently he can, because he actually did fight Johnny Walker in January, so
Okay.
in Vegas. So I think he can. That's a great fight. That'd be a great fight. And if he beats him, but in a way, I was thinking this: would you rather not just wait and go up to heavyweight and fight John Jones or Aspinall?
If I was Pereira,
Yeah.
I don't think Ankalaev is a big enough name.
No. Like it's a big fight for MMA fans, but he can make more money if he fought John Jones.
Oh,
or Tom
bigger
Aspinall.
legacy, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, bigger leg. Imagine say you've won 3 belts.
Where would that put him on the GOAT list?
I think if he, let's just say, for example, John Jones beats Stipe probably in November, and then Alex Pereira was to fight John Jones in April next year or May. Let's just say, I think, and he beat him, and let's just say, and John's not going to go out on a loss. He's we're going to rematch. Let's say he beat him again. For me, he's the GOAT. I don't care. I know it's only 15. That would mean he's only had 15 MMA fights, but for me, greatest of all time. First ever 3 belt champion, and you've beat the greatest of all time.
Yeah, like
up 2 weight classes.
You have to be the GOAT. You have to be.
He beat the GOAT. For me, I mean, it's hypotheticals because we don't know what's going to happen because John Jones might retire after Stipe.
I think he would.
I've got a feeling he might do as well. But let's just say he beat Tom Aspinall at heavyweight and he become a 3-time world champion. For me, that's the greatest. It'd still be debatable.
I do have a feeling this is what's going to happen. I think John Jones will win later this year. He'll retire as champion, vacate the belt, and then I think that Pereira will go up next year, and then he'll fight for the either vacated belt or if someone wins it. Yeah, I think it makes more sense. He'll fight for the. He'll have one more fight, then fight for the vacated belt. Then he could do it.
Yeah, I think it will be a case of where John Jones. Let's just say John Jones retires, assuming he wins. I think what will happen will be, let's just say Tom Aspinall beats Curtis Blades in a few weeks.
Oh, and then he'll definitely
what I think they would do is they would upgrade him to champion, because then at that point it's not like they've gifted him a belt.
Can you upgrade?
No, yeah, it's happened. It's happened before. I remember when McGregor became 45 champion, he didn't fight at 45 again, but in that year, I say a few months later, Jose Aldo fought Frankie Edgar for the interim belt, and then when McGregor was stripped of the featherweight belt, Jose Aldo was then upgraded to champion, which made sense because he had won an interim fight.
Yeah.
So I think that will make, because at that point, let's just say Aspinall beats Curtis Blades, he would have won 2 interim title fights at that point.
Yeah.
So it'd be a legitimate champion instead of them just saying, "Oh, you're the champ." Do you know what I mean?
True.
So yeah. But that's what I think is going to happen. But we'll have to wait and see. I would love Jones to fight Aspinall though, but yeah.
So would I. I mean, I get why he wants to fight Stipe, because in his mind it's like.
No, I think they're doing the right thing by making him fight Stipe.
But maybe I'm like biased.
Jones,
I like Aspinall a bit more, but
Stipe deserves it as well, in my opinion. Stipe deserves it.
It is weird though, like he hasn't fought in so long. It just almost feels like...
Who? Stipe?
I mean, I don't follow him on Instagram or anything, but I haven't seen any videos of him training. It just feels weird.
Well, they were meant to fight in November. He's ready to fight.
Yeah.
And they fought the lot. Stipe hasn't fought for 3.5 years. He got knocked out brutally by Ngannou.
I watched the fight.
Yeah, so it's kind of a strange one, but I think he deserves that sort of... If he's going to retire as well, we're assuming if he loses or wins or whatever, I'm assuming he's going to retire. And he would deserve it because he's probably, in my opinion, I think he's the greatest heavyweight of all time. So I think he deserves it, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens. It would have been interesting to see what would have happened if Ngannou stayed.
I know. I mean, John Jones and Ngannou, that's always going to be the one that got away.
That's going to be the one that got away. Yeah, I guess Jones would have fought Ngannou. Or, if Jones wasn't ready, we would have got Jones Aspinall. That would have been incredible, man.
Imagine.
Oh my god. Oh, Ronaldo, how?
When you find out your goat washed.
That was the chance, man. Oh my goodness.
When you find out your goat
What was he doing there? He just put his hands all over his face. Yeah, did you see that? Look.
Nah.
Look. Oh man, I mean,
I saw the miss.
Actually,
it did bobble up.
It wasn't the easiest, but look. That was zesty. Yeah.
I would do that as well. I'd use any excuse to touch up Ronaldo's face.
Yeah.
I'll try and absorb some of his
so much aura.
I'd absorb it. That's not
a foul. Get up, kid. God, they would have had 2 games go to extra time in like 4 days.
Must be knackered.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe this is gonna go pens, man. If we see another Ronaldo cry sesh, I'm gonna be actually upset.
I don't think he'll cry.
No, he will. He will 100% cry if they lose.
Oh yeah, because this is probably his last game.
This is it.
It is.
They're-
Did you see how apparently he went up to the keeper and like he said, "You saved me from retirement."
Yeah, I saw that. That was actually
I
emotional.
actually think he's done. Like everyone thinks he'll do one more year in Saudi, bro. I think he's done.
What, from football in general, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, you know.
What more like?
Yeah, maybe.
Would he go back to Saudi knowing he's never going to play for his country ever again?
Yeah, you're right.
Realistically.
Oh my god. Okay, we've only got 38 seconds left. Guys, this has been the Off the Cuff Show with Masai and my younger brother Jay. You can follow me on Instagram, on Twitter at Masai Lincoln. That is MASAILINCOLN. I know I say it every week. We're going to try and get some guests, maybe in the midweek as well. I'll tweet that out and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll be back definitely back here next week at 8 to 10. Might be here in the midweek if we've got any slots and can get somebody booked in. But yeah, speak to you guys very soon. I'll see you guys in a week or less. Thank you for listening, and I'll be back. Bye.